Yeah, because
All
if
right,
it's from
we're
your
live.
end, you might have more space.
We're live, mate. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Are we live? Hey, Peter.
G'day, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We're not live yet. I'm just
No,
trying
you are.
to. Oh, am I? Why is it saying
Yeah.
scheduled on my end? Okay, all right, guys. We're obviously live. I'm just gonna, trust that we are currently live. Obviously we have Peter. So we'll just say a quick hello to Peter. How's your night going?
Not too bad, mate. I've just I'm going into night shifts over the weekend, hence why I'm not going on Saturday night. But so I've been in the gym, had a listen to yous, and just got home. So I'll stay up a little bit later tonight, so I'll sleep in tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know everything about a gym right now. That's for sure. Definitely
Well, when you
feeling
started talking, I thought, "What are you walking somewhere?" And then you actually
Yeah,
said you're on the treadmill.
So that's why because that's the thing. Because every time, because obviously when you have background sound, you can hear it through your headphones. So I'm like, there's no way people are not just like hearing this. That's why I was turning the mic on and off, because I was like trying to be respectful, and I was like trying to make sure I wasn't like being too like distracting.
Yeah.
And and then I just thought, and I thought it'd just be a good funny little gag just to be like, hey, like I'm on the treadmill, guys. That's why the audio's been a bit weird on my end. So yeah, if you ever heard that sound, it's because I just turned my mic on. Because there was times I turned it on and I didn't speak, and I just turned it back off because my opportunity to speak just didn't happen. So anyway, a bit of inside baseball type of talk there. But obviously, we're getting some people in the chat saying that we're definitely live. So we'll also quickly get some of the other guys on. We've got Lucas. He was the next one to come on, so we'll just get him on real quick. Hello, Lucas.
Hello, Sean. How are you doing, mate?
Doing all right. A bit sort of physically fatigued, but we will live somehow.
No, I didn't hear you on the treadmill, Sean. That's all good, mate.
Oh, I could definitely hear the feedback on my end. That's why I was like, that's why I made sure to be turning off the mic every now and then. Every time I spoke, like you could hear feedback for sure. But anytime I wasn't speaking, I'd flip I've got the little like mic, the microphone on the headset type of situation. So I was just flipping that up and down anytime I needed to speak. But yeah. Anyway, we try to be as professional as we can over here, so I tried my best and may have fallen short a little bit, but hopefully not too much.
No, you did well. Hello to Peter Legend Buckley. How are you, Legend?
Very well, mate. How are you going?
Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. Doing well.
I jumped on. I wasn't on for very long, but I did jump on and listen to your channel for a bit.
Gee. No meltdown today, mate. It's all good.
You're getting a bit angry there for a little bit. As I jumped on, I think there was a turnover. There was a turnover out of defence, and they kicked a goal.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't work out who kicked it.
Jai Clark to Silvani. Yeah, that pissed me off. Yeah. Well, that's your weekly halfback turnover, Peter. That happens every week at that club.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough.
Usually it's Max Holmes doing that, but it won't be him anytime soon.
Yeah. And with that, we'll get Chris in as well. Chris is also backstage, so we'll get a four-way going. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Peter. And hello, Harry Potter.
Don't think he's going to let that one go. I think Lucas.
I think he loves it. Yeah, he loves the wizard hat. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're handling it better. Unlike the Geelong fans when I wore it at Gather Round against West Coast. If
They
looks
should
could
love
kill, I
it,
wouldn't
Lucas.
kill,
It's funny. They should love it. It's funny.
Well, what was the part that was so offensive about it? What was so
Yeah.
offensive about a witch's hat?
because it's Hawthorn, you know, it's Hawthorn.
Oh, so it was like a Hawthorn coloured hat. Was that what?
Yeah,
why?
it's like so because it's the Wizard, the Wizard
okay.
play for Hawthorn.
Oh.
So yeah, I had one of
okay,
their
yeah.
members. I had one of their members come up to me and say, "We'll let you get away with it because it's gather round," and I'll say, "Fuck off, mate. This is my city, dickhead." But if we catch you wearing it in Geelong, mate, there's going to be problems. We're going to punch you. I'm like, yeah, fuck off, mate.
Oh my god.
Dick.
Yeah.
You couldn't just say, I'm wearing it because I like Harry Potter?
Was he wearing makeup and dressed up like a cat?
Yeah.
And eating cat food? He's eating cat food in the corner somewhere?
Licking himself?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. No, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. So, oh, shit. But I'm like, yeah, you little ring man. This is fucking my city. I've played at this ground too, mate. But it's all right. I don't plan to go down to that stadium anytime soon, so it's all good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the question is, what are you going to wear next year?
Mate, I'll wear a Sam Mitchell fucking suit. I'll find something.
You don't wear it because of the Wizard.
I was going to say, you'll get away with a suit, but if you wear a Guernsey, you might fire him up.
Mate, I might. You remember those half and half Guernseys, those custom ones?
Oh,
Yeah.
I might wear a Hawthorn, half Geelong.
Don't they make?
Just a fucking...
Is there a Guernsey they make for gather round with like every club
They
on
do,
it?
yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah.
do, because one of the guys from Sportsbet, the Sydney
Yeah.
guy, the Sydney
Yeah.
supporter, he was on one of the, the videos they do where they do the circle thing, and they did it with Kane. It's like the 1 versus like 20 or whatever. They had like Kane on it talking to all the players, and the guy from Sportsbet, he was wearing a Sydney jumper, but he went to the gather round. I don't know what year it was, but they did a whole gag where they had all the teams on his jumper.
Yep.
And just saying, I'm a fan of all the teams. I just don't know why you subject yourself to that. That's just
No, you can buy them. You can buy them in because they do.
I know, I know you can buy them, but why? That's my question. Why would you do that?
They sell out pretty quick of those. Actually, they're pretty high seller when they eat the gather round.
Yeah, but they're probably going to hold on to them so they can sell them later, probably.
Probably. Yeah,
put it on eBay or something.
Yeah, I used to have one when they first came into play, but fucking it was it got too small for me, so I gave it away. I'll fucking wear a half Hawthorn, half fucking Geelong one. that would sort out their fan base. A bunch of idiots, them lot. Unlike the sophistication of fans like Peter Buckley over there. Very sophisticated there, Bucks.
I just find it surprising that people get offended by something like that. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't think you're wearing it because you like Hawthorn. I just think you're wearing it because you like it.
No, it's a funny story behind it. I don't know if you heard me say this with Mick. Did I?
The lining up to get a sign.
Yeah. Because I want him to sign it. But fucking bastards. But I've got another one actually. I've got another good story about gather round. So some teams they go to Rundle. You've been to Adelaide, haven't you, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know Rundle Mall, eh?
Yes.
Yep. Best mall in Australia. So sometimes they send players down there, and they have events down there, like during gather round, like stacked. I was just walking around, and this lady wearing a St Kilda polo shirt tapped me on the shoulder, and she said, "Would you like to have your photo taken?" I'm like, "The fuck? Not really. Who with?" She said, "We've got 2 St Kilda players sitting over there." And I looked over there, and no one could give a fuck. They were just sitting there, with their hands in their faces, looking like they're having the time of their life. Bored absolute shitless because no one approached them. And I said, yeah, well, fuck it, why not? Fair enough. One of them was Jack Macrae. Yeah. One of them was, no, this is a funny thing. One of them was Jack Macrae, so I noticed him because he played for Footscray.
Yeah.
The other one, oh, fucking hell. I thought it was Sam Gilbert. I thought it was Sam Gilbert.
Sam Gilbert's been retired for like 10 years, though.
Well, now you tell me. But I thought it was Sam Gilbert. I took their photos with them, shook their hands. Yeah, they were actually pretty nice. And they said, I'll see you later. And I said to you, see you, Sam and Jack. And they both looked at each other and they just laughed. Then the lady said, his name's not Sam. And I thought, isn't that Sam Gilbert? And they were pretty chill about it. And she said, no, that's not Sam Gilbert. She said, oh, fuck, what the hell? Where's my streamer gone?
Oh, don't tell me it's like fucking Callum Wilkie or something.
It was Jimmy Webster. It was Jimmy Webster.
Oh, okay.
So, and I thought it was Sam Gilbert because they kind of had the same hairstyle.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck would I know about St Kilda players anyway? And she was like, oh no, that's Jimmy Webster. I'm like, oh fuck.
Is he a small defender? Because Gilbert was like a halfback. Like Gilbert was like 190 to like 192, kind of like a small key defender, but really he was like halfback. I'm pretty sure Webster's like a small defender.
But I just remember because of Sam Gilbert because of his hairstyle and he played that. So I thought it was like I know he retired, but I just thought Sam Gilbert. This thing that just popped into my head. And she was like, oh, that's Jimmy Webster. I was like, oh, sorry, Jimmy. And he put his hand up and Jack Macrae thought it was fucking hilarious. He was laughing. But no, I got the photo taken with him and I said, oh, sorry, Jimmy. My bad, mate. And he said, yeah, geez, I'm not that old, am I? I'm like, oh, no, sorry, mate. Fucking hell.
I actually took someone to the VFL, and this is like no word of a lie. I actually took someone to the VFL when like they were trying to get interested in like AFL as like a whole. So I was like taking to like a whole bunch of games, AFL, VFL, all that stuff. And we had Matt Spanger as one of our like development coaches in the VFL, and with the VFL, it's if you know what to do, there isn't really anyone off limits that you can talk to because you're always going to get at least one chance with everyone. That's just the awesome part of the VFL. Anyway, Matt Spanger is like doing his thing. Like he's, I want to say he was like a development coach or maybe he's like a mid forward or back coach or something like that. And anyway, long story short, the kid that I was like taking to the footy and stuff, he'd probably only been watching Collingwood for maybe a year, maybe 2 years max. So all the players he knew were only Collingwood players. So he was on the fence, and Spanger was like would have been no more than like 5 meters away, just trying to get his attention. And he goes to Spanger, "Hey, Brodie Grundy, come over here." And so basically, and the funny part was like Spanger actually got a bit of a pep in his step because he's like, "Oh, this guy thinks I'm Brodie Grundy." Because this would have been like, I don't know, like, this was like before he got traded, obviously, to, so this would have been when Grundy was playing. So this would have been like, I don't know, 21, 22, something like that. So, it was actually kind of funny because Spanger actually Spanger actually liked the comparison, actually. So, because, at the time, Grundy was rated pretty high at the club, so. I think he was like, "Oh, if I can get Grundy's career, I'm doing all right."
Jeez.
And it was pretty spot on to be like for someone that had only known the game for like a year or two. It's pretty like for someone to know as little as he did. Like, God, he got that pretty spot on in terms of like if you're trying to compare him to someone and you got no idea who the hell he is. Like the comparison was pretty like legit because he had the beard and everything. Like he had the. He had like the Brodie Grundy beard and everything. He was tall, like like, fuck, if you're gonna get it wrong, that's not a bad guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a really good bad answer. Like,
Fuck.
and yeah, and then obviously all the coaches like next to him have fucking pissed themselves laughing, and yeah, God.
Gee whiz. How about you, Pete? Has anyone identified you as someone else?
No, not that I can think of. The closest I got, and it was years ago, it was I was in America, and what's his fucking name? God, I'd have to search for it. He had his own show. He was the one. I think he was. He's a Jewish actor. He had his own series. He was like a bodyguard in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll just have to look it up. Can't think of his name. But
bloody
yeah,
hell,
for some reason it was Hey?
I was going to say, bloody hell, Peter, we're talking about local players. You've gone Hollywood, mate.
No, I don't know why. It's never happened. It was only while I was in America, and it was a series that was really popular at the time. And I don't know, it's never happened here. But while I was in America, it just came up. I'll have to look up his name now. But no, not really.
Jeez. What about you, Chris?
No one's reckoned it. No one's ever thought I was anyone, so no.
Okay.
What about you? Has anyone everyone thought you were anyone? Famous?
Yeah. A lot of people accuse me of being that nutter that barracks for Geelong. That comes on the fucking the Warballs and the Collingwood mix show too much. I think I'm that guy.
I was going to ask you, how did you watch one go? Who was your best player tonight?
For Geelong.
Yeah.
Geez, I reckon Cooper Sharman was pretty good for us with that turnover. Fuck, did you see that, Peter?
No, I saw somewhere where he was running into an open goal or something and missed from 10 metres, and that would have made it 10 points or something. Yeah,
so he had Missy Higgins, I call him Missy Higgins, but he had Sean Higgins at the back, and he was running into goal.
Sean Higgins.
So Sean Higgins, fucking.
Jack Higgins.
I'm going well tonight, aren't I? I should have just said Missy Higgins and be done with it.
Yeah.
He had fucking Missy in the goal square, and he just burnt him. He just went for glory, and he fucking missed it. And that would have brought it back to 10 points because they kicked 5 goals in a row there, and I was getting pissed on my watch along. I was like, oh yeah, this is that bullshit right here with the GWS. Here we go. And he just because you knew he was going to kick it, so I just put my hands in my head and I just thought this is a nightmare. This can't be happening. And then he missed it. I looked up and he missed it. And Higgins was fucking going mental at him. Ross the boss through the phone. He actually broke the phone because they actually gave him a headset. So they got him like a reserve headset, and he was wearing a headset for the rest of the game because he broke the phone. Oh, it was fucking hilarious. But yeah, he was a good player for us. But no, all seriousness, Bailey Smith was pretty good. He was pretty good for us. Polkinghorne, what a debut he had. He was very good.
Yeah, I saw him take that mark.
Oh,
his first
goal. I loved
goal.
it. Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely.
He did a couple of nice other little things where he just shepherded off the ball, and what's his name? I think Neil may have taken the mark, but he took out Wilkie behind play. Like nothing dirty or anything, but he did enough to occupy him to let Neil take an easy mark.
Well, he was 1-on-1 with Wilkie, and he outbodied Wilkie, and then he took that mark. I thought, shit, that was really impressive.
Yeah.
He'll play 250 games on. I bet you he should never be dropped. He should just keep playing. But he's only in there.
I found the actor, Liv Schreiber. Ray Donovan.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Schreiber.
Ray Donovan.
Gee,
It was
whiz,
when
Ray
that it was when that show was popular in America, and then, like I said, it happened. I was there for a few weeks, and I got told about half a dozen times, and I've never been told since. So,
Yeah.
Because he was in fucking Scream.
Yep.
yeah, maybe, yeah, don't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where
he
I
was
know
in
him
a-
from. Yeah.
He was in a movie with Stone Cold Steve Austin, if you know the movie. It's a bit of it's called The Condemned, especially when you have things like
Yes.
Fortnite being so popular now. That came out.
Where they went to an island and they had to survive. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
it's
I've seen
basically
it. I've seen it.
Fortnite, but the gore gets turned up to like a 20 out of
Yeah.
10, basically, and it's
Yeah.
really mature. Like, yeah, that's where I first saw him, and then he was Sabretooth in the Wolverine movies.
Oh, wow.
And all the like all the content for like Wolverine and stuff.
Fucking hell. We just bought our
Yeah.
local players here, and Paul's just fucking gone to Hollywood A-listers here. Jeez.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Can't compete with that. That shut me up. But
Well, I just did a bit of a look up because I remember as a kid I got a comparison of the TV show Avatar. Apparently there was like a rock character. All I remember was hearing it was something about a rock. I don't know if he had like rock powers or something like that. So I just tried to do a quick search. I looked at it, and apparently the rock character was based on they tried to make a character look like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I'm like, well, that can't fucking be me. So, but no, apparently, yeah. Oh god, I would have been like, I reckon I was like 14 or something, and I was on a bus, and yeah, some kids were like, "Oh, you look like that rock character from Avatar." So the last embedded joint, not the blue people. I've no idea because I've never seen Avatar, and I'm not really into anime like that. But yeah, I don't know. People can check that, but I just did a little quick search just in case I wasn't just severely off. But I guess I was because apparently I just did a quick search, and the inspiration was for that character to look like Dwayne Johnson. So,
Anyways.
I'll take it, but that's not me.
Take it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll see if I can find a better comparison. Or if there's like another character. I'm pretty sure they said it was like a rock character or like their powers were based around like being like a rock or something.
So Peter, that photo that you've got, is that yours? Is that your membership from way back?
Yeah, they're all. So those medallions. Every year you get a social club medallion, and then I took that. Yeah, that was ages ago. But they used to give you the. They used to put the. Sorry.
I was going to say, was that from Collingwood or from the MCC?
No, that's Collingwood.
Okay.
So originally, when I was younger, I was an AFL member, or VFL, and then AFL member. My dad signed us up, and then when I got to around about 17, 18, you go to football with your mates, and they made a rule where if you went into the AFL membership area, you could only get pass outs if the crowd was anticipated to be less than 50,000. So I was forever going to footy with my mates and then having to sit by myself, and they would sit in the general, or I'd have to pay for another ticket to go and sit in general with them. And then so when I got to about 18, I started working with a couple of guys who were Collingwood AFL. So while I was an AFL member, though, I was still a Collingwood support package member. So you basically, some of your money went. So you're technically a Collingwood. And then from there, I became a Collingwood Legends member from about 19. And then you get the social club medallion from that. And then I've been doing that ever since.
I'm guessing the prices have gone up from time to time, eh? Since when he started as 18-year-old.
Yeah. Well, like, we're one of the first actual AFL members. Like back in the day, so 1990, you used to get the whole final. So when you bought finals tickets, you used to actually get the whole final series. You'd get an envelope with the whole final series in tickets. You'd pay for the whole lot. Like Collingwood, like the games didn't matter who was playing.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But so it was a new thing that came in. So see, my dad was always massive about being members. Like huge about being members of the club. He was big on, and I heard they were all bagging England before. My dad's English, so and he said the same. He got up this morning and watched it and said the same thing, that the coach fucked it basically, but or the manager.
Yeah.
But he was always big on. He'd call, like, you're either a supporter or you're a barracker. There's no in between. You support your club or you don't, and that was his. So we all got signed up pretty young as members of the club. So that was his thing. But yeah.
So that final series, was that like even games that weren't at the MCG?
Well, I'm trying to. Yes, yeah. So because we actually played West Coast at VFL Park that year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and then I remember going. We went to the not Collingwood. So after we beat Essendon, we actually went to the West Coast Essendon game. We had the week off and went to that. And like I was saying in another, I think when Warble was on, and there was some of the Collingwood players. This is back in the day when they didn't film the crowd much, and there was there was some Collingwood players there, and they're all wearing West Coast hats, baseball caps.
Wow.
So yeah,
bloody hell.
But that's one of that's my earliest sort of finals memories. I was 12, 13 years old, 1990, 13. So,
well, those were the days, mate, weren't they? The 90s.
Yeah, like I was saying to you, I've seen Collingwood play at Cardinia Park in '86 and '88.
Oh, really? So at least you've been there, unlike the others.
Yeah.
Gee,
in '86, Gavin Brown and McGuan were in the under-19s, and then in '88 they were playing in the seniors, and then obviously 1990.
I think that's the last time I think that's the last time you went to Geelong. You haven't been there since, mate.
Well, yeah, I don't think we've played down there that I can remember.
Too far for your blokes to travel, mate. Too far for your blokes.
Not way too far.
That's why Ollie Henry came home, mate.
Hey.
That's why Ollie Henry came home, mate. Don't you start that. Don't you start that.
No, look, I don't mind. He can play all the games down there. He should be banned from playing the MCG, though, if his homesickness can't handle it.
We did this at 5 a.m. Paul, don't start now, please.
Do you like him, Lucas? Do you like him?
He just looks like, and don't get me wrong, after he left, I felt like he'd be disliked, but after a game, I think the players were all chatting to him and stuff. But he just looks like a bloke that you'd want to punch. He just has that look about him.
No. Played well tonight, to be fair.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him get. Trying to think now. Did he get a shit free kick for his first goal?
Yeah, he did. To be fair.
Yeah. That was all. I didn't watch heaps of the. I watched the start of the game, sort of, and then I didn't watch much after halftime.
Don't blame you. The game was over at quarter time, really.
Yeah. Mind you, that always looked like
Kilda, though.
they kind of look like they were going to. I don't know. I felt like at some stage, well, I suppose they did a little bit, but they kind of look like they were playing so badly, but you weren't like. There's times in the past where if they played that badly, you would have been 7 or 8 goals up, but you're only like 3 or 4 goals up.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And then after half time, they kick fucking 5 goals in a row.
Mm.
And like I said, Sharman fucking Butchie just burnt fucking Higgins. And I thought, yeah, here we go. They're going to win this. Here we go. But that goal was so costly because we went up the other end and kicked it, and then we kicked like 3 in a row and we stopped the momentum. So that was just a horrible miss. Horrible.
Yeah. And that's what people don't realise. Like sometimes there's umpires' decisions too, where one decision doesn't change, but it can. One decision can change momentum.
Oh, absolutely. And the umpiring was shocking. Like the amount of freeze fucking we got, it was a joke.
Yeah. It's a given now though that the umpiring's not great.
Not great. No, that's an understatement. Fucking hell. It's been shocking. Oh, do you watch a lot of Fox shows?
I did. I don't get to see as many at the moment, just with work and stuff.
Oh, they had that fucking idiot Greg Swan on. I don't know if you saw it. They had him on 360. And they were talking about the 50-meter penalty rule. You know what he said?
What?
He said, no, it's here to stay. And let's be honest, there's only 6 free kicks a game from it. So it's not like there's 20 or 30. And I had to fucking rewind it. I wasn't sure what he said. And I rewinded it and he said, yeah, fucking, well, there's not many free kicks. There's only 6 or 7 in a game. I'm fucking.
What was he
6,
talking
7
about?
Fucking too many. The 50-meter penalties.
Oh, okay.
The stand rule. The stand rule.
Oh, the stand rule. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's saying
my issue with the stand rule is the umpire's too busy. When you're asking the umpire to be more focused on a bloke who hasn't got the ball than the person with the ball, because they're too busy watching the guy on the mark to see if his foot moves an inch. Yet the guy with the football, he's walked about 8 meters sideways and he hasn't called play on yet. That's the bit that pisses me off. Is go get one of the umpires to stand behind the bloke with the ball, and when he steps left or right, call play on. Because this and then sometimes the guy gets the mark, and where they tell the player to stand is not in any way, it's not near where he marked it. It's not between where he marked it and the goals. He's 4 meters to the side somewhere, and it's like, how's that got anything to do where the ball was marked? The mark's supposed to be where it was marked. Usually the guy who marked it stand in the same spot where he marked it, and the other guy has to go and stand 10 meters away from him. And it's and if he moves 50 meters, it's like.
Yeah, but Greg Swan said, because there's only 5, 6 around, it's not a big problem. I'm like, mate, that's 5, 6 too many.
Yeah. The one that annoys me, though, probably my biggest frustration of the rules is since when did prior opportunity become an excuse to drop or throw the ball? That's the bit I don't understand.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
I get prior opportunity for holding the ball, but you can literally, if you didn't have prior opportunity, you can just throw it away because you're trying to dispose of it correctly. And it's like, oh, he didn't have prior. Oh, okay, but he threw it. Oh, no, it's okay if you don't have prior. Oh, okay. I didn't think you could throw the ball in football. Oh, no, you can't. But if you don't have prior, you can pretty much just do what you want. You try and kick it and misses your foot. Oh, yeah, but he was trying to kick it. Okay, but that's dropping the ball every day of the week. Oh, no, but he didn't have prior. It's like, for fuck's sake. If they just paid those ones, that's the one that gets me.
Look, Void agrees. So I'm reading the chat. He says that one pisses him off too.
Just because there is an art to riding the bump, if you know what I mean. Like you get hit hard with a good tackle and you ride it and hold on to that ball without prior. But if the ball comes out, then the tackle has forced the ball out. You haven't disposed of it correctly. It's a free kick. There's
Correct.
there's an art to wearing that heavy hit and holding onto it and holding up the play. But
The one,
yeah,
the one that you see a lot as well is when in the AFL hate is jumper punching.
Yeah.
So someone was tagging Bailey Smith. He didn't do a good job. I forgot the St Kilda player's name. But all you would see is him and Bailey Smith throwing fucking gut punches at each other. And I said on the stream, look, that's all well and good, but if someone goes down from that jumper punch, it's going to be a free kick. So in a way, you're promoting simulation because you're only going to pay it if someone goes down, which is bullshit. I don't like that rule. I think that was a joke. If you want to jump a punch, or fucking, I don't give a shit. But who gives a shit? I don't care. But I don't know. I'll rephrase. I don't want people fucking sniping and headhunting. But if someone fucking gut punches you, or whatever. That's how they used to do it in the 90s, mate.
Oh, now I remember the Ollie free kick. It was with Wilkie. He had hold of Wilkie's top around the neck.
Yeah.
And Wilkie had his arm around him and he got the free kick.
But yeah, the umpire only saw the arm. I said on stream that should have been a free kick to Wilkie.
Or just play on, like,
no, that's what I see. I said just play on, 50-50 play on, but it should have been a free kick to Wilkie.
Wilkie, yeah.
But he didn't see that. He just saw the arm around the shoulder and just went bang, free kick.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I like you, because you're a Geelong supporter, but at least you call free kicks for the opposition. Not many of those supporters would do that. That's why I like your streams, because you'll call it, fair for the other opposition.
And I feel like, I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn, but I feel like a lot of Geelong supporters, they do go down that way where they just can't be objective.
Nah, they're dickheads, man.
Yeah.
Peter will tell you.
But mind you, every supporter base has them. I just think it's just so rare to find a Geelong supporter that's actually like that. It's and even the ones that are like they do keep it real. They're just taking the piss with you anyway. So they're not even like taking you seriously as it is.
No, I've done streams and I've seen the fucking dick riding the umpires give Geelong, always in Geelong, and I'll call it out. Like, I don't want to win that way. I don't want to win. Like, I don't want to win because of a shit free kick. I don't like that. So like, imagine you probably guys wouldn't give a shit, but imagine if Collingwood win a grand final because of that stupid 50-metre, let's say like the 50-metre call that Max Stevic gave to the Carlton player. Imagine winning a flag off that. Like, would you really be happy about it?
If it's against West Coast, that'll be an evener.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I wouldn't be happy in like isolation of that, but I mean, at the same time, like, because I mean, again, as what we copped in 2018, like, if that free kick wasn't paid, we'd probably go on to win it, So, one umpire call doesn't change. Well, I mean, it shouldn't change like the season's
it shouldn't.
Trajectory, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't be ashamed of the flag if that was what happened. If that's what you're asking, but like,
no, I wouldn't. No, because it's a season, and you have to get there. Like Void says, I'm the same, Lucas. I hate winning that way. I'd rather happen on merit. Josh said, with the umpiring tonight at one stage it was 10-1 in favour of Geelong. Yeah, I called that out, and then you had Chris Scott complaining about it. He was complaining about it.
But like in saying that though,
Lucas.
Yeah. But also as well in saying that, but also as well in saying that, if you were on the beneficiary end of like winning a grand final through a free kick, are you then going to go straight after the game being like,
Mm.
hey guys, we should petition to give the cup back? Fuck
Mm.
no. Like,
No, of
so
course.
Yeah.
that's sort of where I sort of go, well, if that's not the case, well then
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and
That's it. Yeah.
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 You
It
wanna-
sucks. Like, and it's not like something that, again, it's not something you're going to be like super proud of, or like you're not going to wear it as like a badge of honor because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, there is a competitive part. At least like to me, there's that competitive part in me that's sort of like, yeah, you want to beat a team on grand final day at their best
Mm.
because
Nah.
you want to be the best team.
Yeah.
But that's more of a that competitiveness and really in a way like ego that plays into it. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, if
No,
if it comes down to an umpire's call, it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna hand the cup back. Like, fuck that.
No, I like Paul's analogy. If it's against like West Coast, it's an even up. Yeah, if it was against Hawthorn, I wouldn't give a shit. You know, I'd love it.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't matter.
Well, that's the question I was going to ask. Were the question Sean just brought it up perfectly? Were the West Coast fans happy? They were happy. They didn't, that wasn't a free kick to us. Are they happy that way? You cheated. Are you happy you cheated that way?
I wouldn't say they cheated, Chris. Like,
No, but then I mean, the
yeah.
umpire did. The umpire cheated. He didn't call a free kick to us. Are the West Coast fans happy? It wasn't a free kick.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if cheating is the right word for it. It doesn't sound like it's like completely above board, but I just don't think cheating is the right term to use.
No,
Like,
it was a mistake. He made a
Yeah.
mistake, but it just takes the like you. It's nice to just win it and say you won it and you're the best, and not have to defend the win.
Yeah,
It takes that
that's
kind of
it.
gloss off it a little bit. And like as they're saying, and it's kind of over time people forget, but like we carried on in 2002 about Rocker's goal that wasn't paid.
mm,
And whenever someone Lions started talking about the grand final, you'd remind them that they were lucky and the umpire gave it to them, and people said the same about us in 23. Like there's all these different things that have happened over the years, and you can pick out parts of games, and it's just
Well, I was gonna say, Paul, is there any games like old grand finals in the 80s and 90s that you thought Collingwood got the rough end of it?
Not really. We weren't that close in the 80s.
Okay.
The one, I tell you, like I know 2007 against you guys, the prelim.
I've heard
and
this one before.
No, but there's one part where I think it was Jimmy Clement handballed it onto, and I think it was Mooney's boot, and it went out on the full, and we got done for deliberate, and you got a goal from it. And it's just little things like that, like that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it was only a goal in that game, and we're playing against Port Adelaide, who you beat by 20 goals. So I dare say if we're a goal within a goal of you, we beat Port, So it's not always the grand final. Sometimes it's those really close prelims, and we can go back to 22 where when we played Sydney, there was free kicks played in that game as well. So sometimes it's not the and sometimes it's your own player's fault. Like I look at look at last year, the Elliott, Membry passed to Elliott. Now he shouldn't have passed it, but B, 50-50 that gets paid a chop of the arms, nearly every time. So, but they decided not to in the final.
Yep.
And who knows what happens from there? I think if we had to kick that, we're within a goal or whatever. So,
well, I'm glad you didn't mention the 2002 qualifying final.
No. 2002 qualifying.
No, 2022.
Oh, 22. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. See, that was like we had our chance like that. We had that game. I look at. I think we had a couple of players who went in not quite right. Mychek was probably the main one. That was a tough game.
Was that the game where No, I'm thinking of a different game. No, that was the Gary Rowan game.
Was that Tagoe
Yeah.
played awesome that day?
Yeah, it was a Gary Rowland game. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was about to
I
say,
would
is that the Cameron goal where he had a set shot where he's getting a pie and chips in the concession stand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my joke. Because I was running
Yeah.
late to that game, and I always
Yeah.
tell people I was actually out in the car park, and I saw I bumped into Jeremy Cameron having a shot on
Having
goal
a set
as I was
shot,
walking
yeah.
in.
No, that was the
How'd
only.
that new
That was,
kick go tonight, Lucas, that you were talking about?
who, mate?
You know the one that
Polk.
replaced Cameron.
Polkin, he played very
Yeah.
well.
Oh, Polking. Oh no, Polking was great. He shouldn't. No, he should play every game.
Yep.
He should play every game. He's been killing it in the VFL. The only thing that upset me with Polkingham's game, he had some couple of opportunities and he missed, but that happens though. So, no, he was
Although-
very good, very good.
Just to touch on Void's comment with Gary Rowan as well too. I remember the lead up to that game, and the media were giving Gary Rowan a fucking bath like throughout that week too, saying, "Oh, he's not
Yeah.
a big game player. He's not this. He's not that." And I'm just
Yeah.
like, "Fucking hell, these cunts are trying to get this guy over the line. Like they're trying to get him like hyped up. Like shut the fuck up." Like, and then like
Yeah.
obviously he like had the game that he had the game of
Three.
his life. It's like.
Yeah.
Fuck me, media. Like I know, like it's probably not like fair to say that they, like the media can sort of like make you win or lose games of football, but like fuck me, they can get under the skins. I reckon.
But
Like even
I'll tell you-
even Mark Robinson when he had that I can't remember the whole thing, but it was like it was when Swanee. It was the game when Swanee got injured with his foot. It was like against Sydney, like round 1.
Sydney. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mark Robinson leading into that week was like, "Oh, there are players doing drugs at certain clubs. There's like 6 clubs. But I know that there's one club and it's Collingwood, but there's 6 clubs. Like, what? Why? Like, if you're gonna say there's like 6 clubs, but then you out one, that's just fucking pathetic. That's just spineless, in my opinion. Like, if that's like, and again, it's like, why are you picking out Collingwood? Because I can't tell you for a fact, but like you would like to think if he's good at his job and he gets all this information and stuff, surely he's going to have at least one more side if he's claiming there's like 6. Oh, that was the other thing too, where it was like, oh, it's 6 teams, and then like 5 minutes like, oh no, it might be 7, and then it's, oh no, it's probably 8 teams. But then it's Collingwood. Collingwood are definitely one of those teams. Like fuck me, like, and then and regardless if it's like true or not, like it's just the whole, because I don't know, I feel like whenever you can have teams that then come out and have a poor performance, I feel like it can be a bit of guilt. Whether if it's like guilt from just like being accused of it and not doing it, or just guilt from the fact that they did do it and then they felt bad that they got caught. From the assumption of it, like who like obviously we're not gonna know, but like it was such a low, like it was such a below the belt hit from someone like Mark Robinson, and like yeah, God, it was just so bad, because again, it's like if you're gonna do it, like, and again, you're mentioning either it was at one point it was 6, then it was 7, then it was 8, but then you out one club. Why do you then out one club?
He's a fuckwit, that bloke. Anyway.
The sales
I'm
play.
glad
Because
he's
the
out of the
media hates
industry.
Collingwood. That's why they do it.
Nah,
I
I don't know.
He
If,
was
like
in
in terms
22.
of the hatred, I don't know if the hatred is real, but the clicks is definitely real.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sure hatred can, or maybe it's more jealousy than hatred, but like it plays a factor. But I think it's just more. It's so funny because like they always keep calling us arrogant. They always keep calling us like all these things under the sun. But like we get accused of this shit all the fucking time, and then when we
Yeah.
start to play the villain role, they then go, "Oh, see, you guys are just assholes and arrogant and all this stuff." It's like, yeah, because we're fucking sick and tired of it. You guys have, like, I know for anyone that watches like Star Wars, like we are fucking Palpatine in this bitch now. Like you created this whole thing where we are now Palpatine, and we are going to enable that narrative because you created this. You know, like that, like any time like someone like is on social media and they're saying, oh, trying to create the narrative of how Collingwood supporters are bad and all that stuff. I just play into it. I'm like, and I'll just take the piss. And it's like people will obviously take me seriously, which like God bless them. But like, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just tired of just the whole like,
Well, we just, I think we just embraced it. Like it's us against them.
Absolutely.
You're haters because you're owners, and simple as that. I think you just embrace it, and it gives you that backs against the wall sort of mentality all the time. So I think we've just used it, and if you kind of have that, if the club creates it's just us and we've got to stick together, and that it helps to galvanize the supporters. We buy memberships. But you need that sort of to create like a culture, which Collingwood's done, and they did it years ago. They started way back with the only way when back in the 80s and 90s when we had no money in the 80s, and they put it on the supporters. I think I was looking at it a while back, like why were Carlton struggling, and I think Carlton went to their benefactors when they had money problems, whereas we went to the supporters. But to keep the supporters on board, you've got to keep them engaged, and the only way you can keep them engaged is like really connected to the club, and hence the 19th player and all that kind of stuff. But we've always been big on, it's us against the rest of the. It's not like us against a few teams. It's not like Collingwood just against Geelong. It's us against all of them. The AFL, the umpires, everyone involved. We're against them. The guy that sells the pies, probably we're against him. But it just keeps supporters and sort of really connected to the club, because you have to be, because everyone else is trying to attack us. So it's smart. It's kind of a bit to do with marketing as well, and we embraced it. Eddie embraced it. He loved it. He loved jacking up the and sometimes jacking up the media and stuff.
It's a good point by Void. He said that if they were on drugs, it didn't help him that year.
No.
It helped West Coast in the 90s, especially against when they played Geelong.
Maybe we're on the wrong drugs.
Yeah, because that Sydney game, that was Trelaw's first game and Swan's last game. I think it was 2016. And I think I don't even want to mention this guy's name, but I'm pretty sure Papley played his first game that night too, because he ended up killing us that game, and no one knew who the fuck he was. And I'm pretty sure he kicked like 3 that night or something.
But to Paul's point, like I don't feel that about Collingwood. Like Geelong never really had any rivalries with them. I know they played him in that grand final, and there was a little bit in 09 to 11 when the two teams were really good, but there wasn't much before that, was there, Paul? Was there anything before that?
Nah.
Well, there was the 07 prelim, but I can't think of anything else.
Right, but with Hawthorn, the 89, the 80s and all that, and then fucking 08, that's always going to be there.
Well, that's the question I was going to ask you, Lucas. Sorry, Sean.
Oh, I'll just say this real quick. Like, but even if you look at the home and away games, like we don't even have that good home and away games against you guys, because I feel like every time we play you guys, we always kick like 5 goals, 15, and like just play utter shit outs. Like the amount of times I reckon I went to a Geelong game in the home and away season. Like, I just always knew that we were going to play shit house. But, like, we'd kick 5-15, but, like, we'd only lose by, like, 2 or 3 goals. So it's like, all we had to do, I mean, obviously you could flip it around and win, but, like, fuck, we only had to kick, like, I don't know, what's the math, we only had to kick, like, 10-10. And, like, we probably would have won. Because as much as we were, like, sort of not kicking straight, like, Geelong only had like 2 or 3 goals more than us.
Yeah, Void made it's a good point. Geelong rivalry only started when they became good in that area. Yes. Apart from that,
Yeah.
there was nothing. So our main rivals were Hawthorn. And it always has been since the 80s.
Yeah, there was a good Collingwood win in what was it, 2012? No, 13. Because I remember doing a radio interview because I was for the local radio. Because the footy
Bloody
club we
hell,
had, it was like, yeah, well, it was sort of like I sort of knew a guy that was like running the radio. And because it was just like local stuff. Yeah, basically, they wanted to interview me and stuff because I was playing for a club at the time, and there wasn't anything like special and stuff like any local football competitions. That's just what they covered, like the EFL and stuff. Because we had a team in the Disability League in Feeder. It was I want to say it was our second season, so it must have been 2013. And and I remember I think we played Geelong on a Friday night, and then I did the interview Saturday morning. Because I remember it was the game when like Fasolo got a 50-meter penalty on the wing, and I want to say Pendlebury kicked a couple goals late as well, for memory. And then I just remember in like the interview saying like, Beams is going all right, Sidebottom's going all right, like we've got some good kids coming through, and whatever the narratives were back in 2013, 2012.
So I was there when Ablett took his mark, and I was there when Dacos kicked it off the ground on the boundary line. I think they're both at the G.
You're kidding. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, back then, like, you used to go to a lot of games.
Yeah. Well, as you would.
Gary Pert was playing.
Do you go to match these days, Paul?
I'm not too bad.
Yep.
There's been phases, like when I was a bit younger, playing footy and then working a lot. But my work now, I'm like this weekend I'm working, but generally I'm a Monday to Friday sort of. I'll probably have to do a weekend every couple of months. That's about it.
Yeah.
So I'll miss the Carlton game this week, unfortunately.
Oh, gee.
But I'm pretty much in the clear then through till October. So I won't miss another game.
No.
Well, the question I was going to ask you, Lucas, the question I was going to ask you, like the question I was going to, other teams hate supporters, they hate clubs. Do you hate Collingwood like other teams hate other clubs?
No, I don't. No, I'm neutral with them. They don't, because we never had a rivalry, so it doesn't. I can't stand Port fans. Like we've had big games against them, obviously the grand final. I can't stand Port fans. They're fucking arrogant over there.
What about Hawthorn?
Obviously Hawthorn, scumbags.
Carlton?
No, I don't. No, I'm neutral with them. So, I can't stand fucking Freo fucking fans.
What about West Coast?
That's what I was
West Coast. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, fucking West. Yeah, we've got
Adelaide.
We've got a rivalry with West Coast because we lost those two fucking grand finals and whatnot. Fucking
Adelaide?
drugging fucking cheats. Adelaide, yeah, my mum. Yeah, that fucking don't like them because of my mum.
Brisbane? Yeah, brought out Brisbane.
No, I'm neutral with them.
Geelong then?
Yeah.
What? Like if your mum's at Adelaide, how did you end up Geelong?
Yeah.
Well, I was originally Adelaide. I had no choice. Paul. I had no choice.
That's why.
Originally
It's like my dad. My dad used to say, because people would go, "It's not fair. Your kids, you've got no choice." My dad goes, "They have a choice. They choose whether or not they want me to feed them."
Yeah, that was about it. Exactly. No, I remember going to football park in the late 90s as a 9-year-old, watching the Crows play. No, this fucking started with. When did this start? This started with Port Adelaide. This started way back in 07. I remember, so they bet us down there in Geelong 3 weeks before the grand final. Who was the player? Kasisi kicked the winning goal. Yeah, Kasisi kicked the winning goal. And you had to be in South Australia after they won that game, the hype. It's like they won the grand final. They're in the front page of newspapers. They were the front bulletin at 6 o'clock. It almost felt like every single day leading up from the prelim to that grand final, they were in every single bulletin. And I said to Mum, I remember sitting down watching it with Mum, I said, I'd love it if fucking Geelong smacked these pricks. The whole city would go on meltdown. I'd love it. And Mum said, you don't have to remind me. I can't stand them can't stand these. They shouldn't be in the AFL, blah, blah, blah. So I said, if Geelong win, will you buy me an AFL? Will you buy me a Geelong membership?
And what's your mum say?
She said, he's fucking joking. I said, I hate Port Adelaide, but not that much. And she hates Port Adelaide. She really hates. I thought, okay. And I thought, I'd love it if Geelong won. And fucking then Geelong smashed him. And then in the aftermatch of that in the news, it was flat. It was like shooting Bambi. They were absolutely flat as a tack. Oh, yeah, Port Adelaide lost to Geelong by 100 points. Okay. No more front page stuff. It was only mentioned once, and that was it. Second time when they came back from Melbourne. That was the only 2 times I can remember the news mentioning it. And then the 2008 season came across, and I bought it. And I used Mum's credit card, and I signed up to be a Geelong member.
And what did she say?
No, she didn't realise. She didn't realise. She had no idea. I might have taken her credit card out of her purse and dialed some numbers. And then no, she didn't notice it. But I was fucking stupid because I put the membership in her name. I put the membership in her name accidentally. So you read out the card and whatnot. Yeah, and I must have said my mum's name. Her name's Lindy. And I was waiting for a letter. I was waiting for a letter in my name. Mind you, I was only a kid. I was in my teens, but yeah, you can still get letters. But anything with my name on it, I'll take. And it never came. And just one day, she got the mail out the letterbox, and she shit.
Got a membership.
She got a membership. She was like, Lou, what the fuck is this? And I didn't know what it was. At the time. I didn't know what she was talking about. I was just waiting for my letter. And then there is the Geelong membership. Congratulations, you're a Geelong member. You've joined the club. And I thought, fuck, shit. She fucking ripped that up. She actually ripped it up. She ripped it up. I couldn't believe it. She ripped it up into the bid. I said, hey, you paid how much was it at the time?
I thought you were going to tell us how you dressed up like a girl for 12 months to go to football. Shit. And I said, no, I'd pay for the membership. And then I would go to like when the Geelong would play in Adelaide, I would actually go to the game. Like even if it was Port Adelaide, I'd go to the game to support Geelong. And then time 2009 came along when we bet St Kilda. I was actually a member. She actually for real signed me up. And then I was like a member for 10 years. So and then 2018 or 17 I stopped because it took me 10 years to figure this out, Paul. I thought, you know what? It doesn't really benefit me. I live in Adelaide. I only get to see my team 2 times a year.
Why the
That's
fuck am I
fair
paying all this money for? And then I haven't been a member since. I actually haven't been a member. I haven't gave the club a cent since. But I'll still go to their games. I went to the games at Football Park and then Adelaide Oval, of course. So I go to the finals. But yeah, that's where it was really starting from Port Adelaide, from that smashing. So it was interesting because if it was anyone else, I probably would like if Collingwood played Port Adelaide that year and they smashed them, I probably would be a Collingwood fan.
Well, we say it all the fucking time. The Collingwood side.
So, but no, I haven't even been tempted to have my membership since I fucking didn't renew it. So that just doesn't benefit me.
What about when you play your mum's team? What do you two like when you play each other?
Jesus, fucking hell, jeez. It's a good thing. It's a good thing that you know those villas, those modern villas, Peter, houses. So one living room's at the start of the house and the other one's at the end of the house. It's a bit like that. I'm at one end, she's at the other.
Do you ever go to footy together in Adelaide?
Yeah, we did. We went to Gather Round. We went to Gather Round last year when Crows played Geelong on Thursday.
And how was that?
Yeah, there wasn't much conversation after that game in the car. Actually, I don't remember a lot of don't remember any conversation actually. No, there's been a couple of where it's got, and there's no violence, nothing like that. But there was a couple where it got pretty bad, where I almost got kicked out of the house. One was the 2017 grand final. When again the Adelaide media thought they'd just walk over Richmond. To be fair, probably so did the Melbourne media. And I was watching the grand final and they kicked the first 2 goals. And I thought, yeah, congratulations, Mum, you finally won your premiership after '97. And then you watch what Richmond do. I remember Dusty kicking a goal in the third quarter. And I fucking yelled out, "Dusty!"
Oh no.
Because I was actually sitting with my mum. Because I wasn't in, this is a new house that I'm in now. I was in a different house where you can't fucking hide. And I just yelled out Dusty, and she put her arm back, fucking clipped me. I said it doesn't end in violence, but it did. She put her arm back, she clipped me, fucking my head went flying. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming, but the other one, there was a lot of talk last year that Crows would play Geelong in the grand final. And I thought, please God, no. If there's someone upstairs, please no. I can't accept that.
So you were barracking for Collingwood last year, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually, yeah. I was. I didn't care. I didn't care who it was. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, because definitely, because the winner would play Geelong in the prelim. I wouldn't be here for that. I would have fucking went out. I wouldn't, no way I'd stay here for that. Fuck me. And my mum went up going to that game anyway. But yeah, so the winner of that would have played Geelong, and I wouldn't have stayed for that. That's for fucking sure. There was one game where it went really bad. I was actually doing a watch along. They played in Geelong. There was a controversial moment late in the fourth quarter with Tom Stewart and Ben Keys, where Tom Stewart pushed Ben Keys in the back, and it wasn't paid. And I thought, when I saw it, I thought, oh, you fucking idiot, Tom Stewart. Seriously, mate. Well, the umpire didn't pay it. And I thought, okay. And you could hear the footsteps coming up the house. You can.
Oh no!
And I was live streaming, and she yelled out, "Yeah, you know what? You guys in Geelong are a bunch of absolute cheating cunts, aren't you?" It's like the people in the stream just thought it was hilarious. Oh yeah, I found it really fucking hilarious. She said, "No, that's bullshit. Lee. You're a bunch of fucking cheaters up there in Geelong. That's the only way you can win flags. Blah blah blah." I thought, Jesus, yeah. So it can be a little competitive. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
When did you start the Geelong Zone? And have you ever done a stream with your mum on the Geelong Zone?
No, I've had my mum on. She's been on a few times.
Special commenter sound.
Is she
No,
kept
well-
it PG? Has she kept it PG?
No, it's a stream where I'd get cancelled straight away.
Oh.
So we can't have that. No, there's times where I thought, oh fucking hell, I might have to delete this broadcast. So yeah, she's came on and yeah, she's had a few comments with she was on not early in the middle of the year where Crows played. Who'd they play in the middle of the year? I'm just trying to think. They lost badly. And she came on. She wasn't happy with Phil Thorpe's efforts, stuff like that. So she'll come on from time to time. But yeah, as far as because people want to watch along, because they said, "Oh, we want to watch along with Luke and Mrs. Mum." I can tell you that ain't gonna fucking happen. There's no chance.
When did you start the Geelong Zone, Lucas?
Mate, that would be the end of the Geelong Zone, mate. It would be cancelled. So I started it 2 years ago. Well, how long have I started? No, I started around 2 last year. But I used to do cricket. I've got a cricket channel. So I've been doing the cricket channel for 5 years. So when I transferred to cricket or footy, I found that pretty easy. Because people say, oh, the first couple of months it's hard. But I transferred pretty quickly. I don't know if it's had to do with like doing cricket stuff, but I found it pretty easy. So yeah, I've done the Collingwood Zone for a year and a half now. So yeah, since round 2 last year.
You just call it the Collingwood Zone.
Yeah, I was about to say which zone.
You just called it the Collingwood Zone. So we knew you were coming to a
There you go.
Oh,
We knew you were going to come to Collingwood Water.
It's official. It is official.
It's official.
I hold it under pressure, you guys.
You're a Collingwood Water now. You just said it.
Oh, if only Matt and Mick were here to see this.
You did say you were going to come to Collingwood Water in one of the grand finals.
Yeah. Mate, if it meant avoiding the Crows in the finals, mate, I'll go for whoever, mate. I'll come on this show wearing a Collingwood scarf and jumper if it meant fucking avoiding Crows in the fucking grand final or finals. No, for real. Actually, no, I was barracking hard for it. She went to that game and I stayed home, and yeah, I was praying you guys would win. I thought there's no chance you're going to win, but please do. And you did well. So that's probably the only time I've supported Collingwood.
Would you go on the grand final between you and your mum? Would you go on both of you? If it was Geelong
she probably would have gone because she got priority 1.
What about you?
Fuck no. What's that? That game's got nothing to do with me.
Oh, come on. If it was Adelaide and Geelong, you would have gone.
No. If it was Adelaide and Geelong, fucking hell, yeah, of course I would have gone.
And you would have said,
How do you go getting tickets?
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. I would have gone, but I don't think I would have got, because I'm not a member. I don't get access to priority 1 or 2. So I don't think I would have gone anyway. Like, because tickets weren't. I'm not a member no more, so I didn't go to 22. I stayed at home watching that, because yeah, I didn't get priority. So my co-host Kiri, he's gone. Yeah.
Did you go to the one with the Hawthorn?
No, I didn't go to that. No. So Kiri, my co-host on the Geelong Zone, he's been to a couple. He went to 22. He went to one last year. So he goes every fucking 3 weeks to Melbourne, and I stay fucking here. But yeah, not a good thing when Adelaide play Geelong. Because I always joke saying we have to play the scum again. Reference to Adelaide. So it's a lot easier when they play in Adelaide, because we both go to the game and we can just avoid each other. But when they're playing in Geelong, we're just It's like sometimes like a battlefield. You're like, fucking hell.
Where do you sit at the Adelaide Oval, Lucas?
Where do I usually sit? In the cheer squad, usually, yeah. Yeah.
What about your mum? Where would she sit?
No, she'd sit on the southern side. So near the members area. Yeah. She hasn't been to many games this year, to be fair. I think she's only been to 2 or 3. But yeah. But I've been to every Geelong game that's here. And we fucking lost 2 of them. We lost one to the Crows and we lost one to Port. Oh, they were great.
So you don't think you'll do any stream with your mum if it was Adelaide and Geelong?
No, fuck no. Of course not. Not getting banned. Fucking hell.
Come on,
No
you don't
way.
think your mum could keep it PG, not swear at all?
Yeah, there's no such thing. Like she's been on my show. Like she's like gone full camera and been on the shows. She's been on like the post game shows. Because I used to do Friday night shows. And yeah, I used to have other people on. And she'd come on for that, but I stopped that. I was couldn't be stuffed doing those no more. I do 3 shows. That's enough for me. My co-host, he does 2, so no. But oh well. No Adelaide game and Geelong game's fun for me unless I'm at it and we're winning.
Is your mum okay when you play each other? What's she like when she beats you?
Oh, she'll rub it in. Yeah, she'll rub it
Will you
in.
rub-
Yeah, she'll let
will you rub it
she'll
in
let me
on
know
her?
about it. Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. She gives as good as she gets. So, yeah, we both rub it in. Especially like when we win, she was like, "You fucking cheating umpires! You cheating to that fucking Geelong. You always bring your fucking Geelong umpires." I thought, well, if your guy Tex Walker is the most overrated fucking footballer in South Australia, if he could, turn up for once in his life, you might be alright. Stuff like that.
Who do you not like from Adelaide, Sean?
Darcy Fogarty.
No, the one called a specialist.
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, no, definitely, it's not. Yeah, it's not that I hate him more, but it's like I just don't understand the hype the South Australians have for him.
Yeah.
Like he's the biggest flat track bully that I've probably ever seen, and that's coming from a league that has Charlie Curnow in it.
See, and there's nothing wrong with Curnow.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen him too much in Sydney. I don't know if he's improved, but
He's leading
Yeah,
the
he's
Coleman.
playing-
Sean.
Yeah,
He's leading the
playing
Coleman.
Is he?
Sean.
Yeah.
yeah, he's won plenty of Commons when he kicks 6 against West Coast and Richmond and all these teams. So
You can't blame him for
Avoid,
that.
I don't.
The team's a
No.
crap.
Avoid says you don't rate Tex. I do not. I think he's the most over fucking rated footballer ever.
I'm taking Tex over Fogarty though. That's like not even a
I would
question.
too. I would too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, sometimes I just like teasing my mum, but Tex had his chance on the biggest stage of his career in the grand final when he dressed up like a fucking Power Ranger. He had 1 goal and 12 touches. Man, that's like Papley, mate. Papley's a fucking like that. You have good regular. Tex Walker's a good regular season player, but when it comes to fucking the big stage, he's crap, rubbish.
I always
Papley,
find
he's
those.
rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, I always find those conversations interesting because like I get it that it's a grand final, and I get it that it's like, and I'm not obviously trying to say that like he had a good performance, but it's like I really just find it interesting how it's like, oh, he's not a good game player because he played in he had a bad game in one grand final, like.
Yeah.
But then during the home and away season, it's like, oh, wait till he has like 6 to 8 games under his belt, and then we can judge him, type of thing.
Mhm.
But then it's like if he has one bad grand final, he's considered then a bad like finals player, sort of thing. I just find that really interesting, where it's And I'm not like I don't know.
I forgot. Yeah, I'll come back to that, Sean. Void,
Yeah.
your wife Ray of Sunshine. She was talking to my mum in the comments about text. She also said she liked text because my mum was in the comments, and they were having a conversation about text. Crow's Girl is what my mum goes by, and she was talking to Ray of Sunshine about text, and she said that she likes text as well. But yeah. But no, Sean, I think if you okay, you have a good regular season, that's great. You get your team there, but if you can't, what's the point of getting there if you can't perform on the day? That's my
No, but
motto
I'm just
behind it.
saying. No, but I'm just saying it's more of a like. It's such a again. I know it's a grand final, but it's like if you're judging a finals performance off one game, like I don't, it's kind of like it's probably maybe not that great of an analogy, but even like Davis, with like Leon Davis when he played the grand finals in 02-03, there's not one person that will say that that he had a good grand final in those two grand finals, and that's definitely that is definitely correct. But I know he didn't play the replay, obviously, but the 2010 grand final he actually played like all right. So, for yeah, I know it's like such a because again, it's like I'm trying to think of like an alternative because it's just like at the end of the day, most players only get one or two opportunities at most. So it's like, how can you get like a sample size right? But I don't know. I just find it a really interesting sort of thing where for a career where you can only play one or two grand finals pretty much at most, like it's such a
Void kick rocks, mate.
Yeah.
I was going to say Reece Shaw was another one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Who-
and again, it's like I'm not trying to say like it's like definitive either way. I'm just saying like that sample size to judge someone is like very
Yeah.
small, you
Yeah.
know. So to claim they're either good or bad in a final series, I mean, what's his name from Richmond, Pickett? Did he only was he only a part of one flag or was he a part of like two?
Two, I think.
Two.
No,
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Was there only one? Okay. Well, yeah. So again, like that's for him to play as well as he did. Is he then considered one of the best finals players just because he played that one grand final? And granted, like he was nearly best on ground in I think it was a 17, but like, yeah, no, I'm not saying. I'll just touch on Josh's comment. I'm not saying he's like either played good or bad. I'm just saying it's interesting given that the sample size is so low. We're making definitive judgments on someone being a good finals player or a bad finals player. I'm not saying I have an answer or a definitive answer. I'm just saying it's the sample size is so small. It's interesting how we're being so like definitive on it.
Often
that
it's not
makes any
just
sense.
finals though. Sometimes it's those huge games during the year though, when that really count too. And like we've got certain players, and one for instance is Crisp. Crisp is one that just like you kind of expect it from De Goey type thing, but Crisp is one that some of his best games ever have probably been true final series.
Yeah. Yeah, because it wasn't. Because again, it's not a definitive statement. I'm just saying like when you have players that have that one chance or two chances, and then it's like, oh, he's a definitively like good finals player, or he's a definitively bad finals player. I just look at that whole narrative and that conversation. I'm like, that's to be so sure and so definitive in that. I just feel like it's Yeah, and mind you, maybe I am just looking at it in the sense maybe it's like grand finals, and I'm going to take all the other rounds of finals into it too. But like, I don't know. I thought of was just like that's
you're
such
probably
a small
looking at it
sample size.
in a holistic view, but at the same time, it's a small sample size, and we are at the end of the day we over critique, and we look at the finals more and more. and then you start to look at the ones who didn't perform, and you make calls pretty quickly. You know, especially if they do it 2 or 3 times across, and not just to grand finals, but finals as a whole.
Yeah.
So you notice the ones, you know, and I'll say another one, and like it's probably it's not quite clear cut, but I would say my check is one that did go missing in certain important finals for us. Now, I give him the benefit of doubt that come finals, his body was battered because of the way he played, but he was one that didn't stand up quite often in September for us. Which is why when we got rid of him, I thought he could play well all year. And I know he's injured now, but I'd still, my money would still be if he plays most games this year for Melbourne, come finals, he won't perform.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Void. I read that wrong about text, Void. I thought you said 217 prelim. We don't talk about that game. I don't talk about that prelim. So I thought you meant that one. 2012. Yeah. I don't talk about the 2017 prelim. That's off limits for me. No, but like Papley's a good example because Papley's played in 3 grand finals. But outside of the grand final, he's done well. But when it comes to grand final, he's terrible. He does nothing.
Well, most of the Sydney team are terrible on that day.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can say that. Yeah. Well, exactly. You can say that about Heaney. You can say that about Warner.
Can't take the pressure.
But do we dare sit here and say, oh, Warner and Heaney are overrated? No.
No.
It's funny that.
It's also Sydney. If they were playing for a different team, it might be different too.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of like a team in like Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If Sydney it'd be interesting to see if Sydney do make a grand final. It'd be very interesting because if they have another blowout, then what do we say? We can't blame the coach because it's happened to previous coaches. So if they have another bad loss, what happens there? What do we say?
Just the chokers. They're just the definitive chokers. Because if they so hypothetically, let's just say they make it this year and they choke again. How many would that be? 3 in like recent times?
Correct. Yep. Hawthorn. Yeah. So it'd be 4 actually. Hawthorn, Geelong, and Brisbane.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, at least that's 4 games. Again, and again, I know it's a grand final, but but in terms of grand finals where it's only 1 game a year, at least like 4 games. If you're, for lack of a better word, shitting the bed 4 times out of 4, at least that's a decent enough sample size where you can go, okay, well, your proven track record is shitting the bed.
Yeah.
At least with the players, because it might be maybe different because it would be the first time Dean Cox would be in that position. But yeah.
And they would have Curnow. Would that make difference? That's the point too.
Yeah, well, it definitely helps with their midfield. Like their midfield would be giving him more, a lot better ball use, which I don't know if that's been a positive for him. I would imagine it is.
It has been, yeah.
Okay,
well, I'd say he'd kick 70 goals.
Yeah.
At the start of the year because Geelong were heavily into him. Geelong were a contender for him. But they didn't want to give up Shannon Neal, which I fucking hated. I hated that. And Shannon Neal's turned into be a bit of a bust fucking this year.
No, I think if you're getting rid of Shannon Neal, I think Curnow would only work if Curnow was the 3rd tall.
Yeah.
And I still to this day, like, even it's the same thing with like Checkers. We made Checkers our main key forward like for his whole career. If we made him as like a the key forward that kind of goes under the radar a bit, that gets like the 3rd defender, that's when you start getting performances, and it's fine to do that. Like I don't know. I feel like I don't know if it's ego or whatever, but like there just seems to be this thing where these guys that are around 192, 193 centimeters, they just have to lead the forward line. Why? Have an easier job and take the third defender. Again, it's like the whole thing about VFL. It's like, why are we so scared of the VFL all of a sudden? Or not all of a sudden, but like I get why it can be scary to some point, but like, again, if you're not in good form, go to the VFL, get your form back up, and come straight back in.
Yeah, but you're saying it like Curnow has a choice in the matter. Like, he needs the club to go and find two better forwards to play for him to be the third.
No, but I'm
Where's
saying in
the-
terms of him going to Geelong, if they're going to trade Neil,
Yeah,
well, Neil
yeah.
is that player for him to be the third.
yeah,
So,
sorry.
Yeah,
But that's not always
yeah.
not always the player. If the club has to be able to get the deal. Like Lucas was saying, like the club weren't prepared to do a certain trade and stuff. So
Mm.
if the club, we've had times when players wanted to come to Collingwood, and we've had to say to them, we can't get the deal done. So
Yeah.
I think there was times with even Jeremy Cameron, not so much Jeremy, but the other one, what's the name, went to Richmond. I reckon early on there was times when we were in the race, but it became obvious. There's no use nominating a club that can't do the deal and then having to pick someone else.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
Bit like-
you were
bit
linked
like
with
Houston.
Simpkin, weren't you?
nah, I think with Simpkin, I think what happened there was I think he wanted to come, and we were prepared to entertain it, but we weren't prepared to really give up much for him. And North
Yeah.
wanted basically first round draft picks, and it was never going to happen.
Oh, nah, he's a
I
bum.
don't think it was
He's
ever-
a bum.
I think it's just one of those where Collingwood said, "Well, if we can get him for nothing, we'll but we're not giving up much for him," and the deal was never going to go through. That was what I could have said. I don't think we were ever really entertaining it, other than a second or third rounder. If North are willing to accept it, then we'll do it. But it was they were never going to accept it, and we were never going to give more.
Paul, would you give up Josh Dacos for Butters?
As a straight swap, or is he an extra on top of more?
Dacos and a first
As a
rounder.
straight swap,
Yeah.
as a straight swap, you can't argue that Butters is not a better player than Josh Dacos. So, and on top of that, Butters will walk into our side and make our midfield better. Whereas we've got, we all say where Josh is playing right now. We've probably got other guys who can do it, and he should be on the wing going into the midfield anyway. So, would I like losing? It's a hard one, because would I like losing Josh? No, but just looking at it completely taken out of motion and everything, and who's a better player and who probably will make our team better, because I think if you take Josh out, then chances are we have to reorganize things to bring Houston into a bit more. And then Butters obviously walks into the midfield and makes our midfield better straight up. So reluctantly, yes.
So what about you, Sean?
My only question to that would just be like, what would the chain of reaction be to it? Because that would be my only
Correct.
concern. Because again, it's like Josh Dacos for Butters. Yes, you do that. Just if you're just purely talking about that swap, player versus player, and no other. Yeah, you do it
That's it,
100%. But it's like,
but the
if Josh is then
repercussion
going to
of
go
it,
to Port, but if Josh is then going to go to Port, is Nick going to kick up a stink? That's it. Even the dad, like, is Peter going to be like, "Hey, fuck you guys! You just traded my son to South Australia. I can't see my son," or whatever. Blah blah blah. And then but then also if he's a fan favorite, amongst the supporters, are the supporters going to get upset? Is he a fan favorite amongst the players? Are the players going to get upset? Because they got upset over DC last year when they were trying to get him that contract, and now that's blown up in our face. there's so many like just to say player versus player, like sure we know as what Peter said before. Yeah, of course Zach Butters is a better player than Josh Dacos. No one's gonna say otherwise. But there's so many like caveats to that, and so I don't know. I always hate the word politics because I feel like it's such a what's the word? It just feels like such an empty word. But but there's going to be politics within the football club where people will get their noses out of joint where it's just not worth the hassle.
Yeah, Matt said this last night. I asked Matt the same question, and Matt said no because he said you're going to lose that. You're going to lose Nick. Because he'll kick up a stink and then he'd want to leave. So you can't do that.
Yeah, probably go to Tassie or something, or like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. But we can't make we can't make every decision based on upsetting Nick either. Like, and I'm not just talking about this.
Yeah.
Not just talking about this. Like people are starting to talk about the captaincy and having co-captains and all this kind of stuff. And half of me kind of thinks is that do we honestly think that they are like both Maynard and Nick are there's nothing separating them and they're both absolutely the best two, or is there maybe some of us thinking that maybe Maynard deserves a little bit more, but we don't want to piss off Nick, and things like that. So it's just like it's to a point now where people are saying that Nick's, they're going to Nick about who he wants to recruit into the team just to keep him happy, and he's out there trying to like I don't want it to turn into the Nick Football Club. Basically, it's yes, we have to look after him, but and we have to keep him happy to a point, but we can't. It can end in tears too if we start revolving our whole football club around one particular person.
Well, I've heard that during the Coaches Awards that McRae gives Nick votes in games that he fucking doesn't even do well in, just so he can win that medal and keep happy.
That was actually, I'm pretty sure that was actually debunked because I can't remember how it was debunked, but I remember someone was saying like it wouldn't be possible because even if you took all the votes that Fly has potentially, so basically if Fly has given Nick full votes every round, he would still be leading the Coaches Award. So so with that narrative, it sort of doesn't hold up because if that's a factor and he's still first, if you take out all of Fly's potential votes, because I don't know, are the votes public in terms of like if a coach. Oh, okay. Well,
ESPN debunked it.
Yeah,
but we've changed our Copeland Trophy counting because so that when Nick has one of his amazing games, he gets more votes than usual. So
I don't like that. That just.
So in a way, you are changing your club to please Nick. So in a way, it's becoming the Nick FC.
No, that's what I'm just and that's what I'm just mindful of. Like at the end of the day, if Josh would have to agree to it too. So this is not a upsetting Josh type thing. He'd have to be part of the deal and part in agreement. So it's not just going to happen. But I just don't want us, like going to a player who, and asking him for permission every time we want to do something or recruit another player or something like that. So,
I tell you what, though, in terms of using Josh, though, it actually, I mean, it would shock me, but like, if he does go to Port, but it's one of those ones where it'd be far from like a favorite in terms of betting odds of him to go, but I remember even going to some like training sessions. I want to say last year and probably even the year before that. There was a lot of times like he had opportunities to be very like social with like the crowds that were there at training and stuff, and you could sort of see he was like doing it, but like I don't know, I just always got the vibes that he was always like he felt that he had to do it rather than he like wanted to do it, And I'm just wondering, maybe if it is like, I don't know, could it be a thing where maybe he wants to step away from the whole Dacos name and, being the other brother to Nick sort of thing. Maybe he wants to create his own individual path and. Oh yeah, it wouldn't shock me if it wouldn't for him to go to Port to be his own player and to have his own career, like it wouldn't be
a bad thing.
yeah. Because again, I believe that's, or at least that's what Gary Ablett said when he went up to the Suns, was that he wanted to have a career that wasn't. I don't know if that's true or not, because the media
It is.
can
No,
always
it's
blow
true.
shit up.
It's true.
Yeah,
It, that is one of the most saddest things. Like, he should have retired as a one club player. He only went there because of one thing, that was money. The AFL didn't help. The AFL pushed him into it. He didn't originally want to go, but apparently he had a problem with Bomber Thompson. He had a falling out apparently with him. And yeah, the AFL said, well, how about you go here? And Ablett left, and that was a disaster. That was an absolute disaster.
I think also, did the unknown, did their relationship sort of deteriorate as it became more obvious that he wasn't sure and that he might be going and all that too, I think?
No, it's probably possible.
No, the club wanted him to stay. Like, Bomber wanted him to stay, but they didn't have the best relationship. Like, it's Gary Ablett. Of course he wanted him to stay, but they didn't have the best relationship. I don't know why. It was never maybe Gary Ablett Jr. put it in a book or something. I don't know, but I don't know why. Never looked into it. But then he left the AFL. The AFL didn't help. The AFL contributed a lot into it. They should have really stayed out of it because they wanted Gold Coast to have a marquee player, and the AFL kind of used if you want to call it falling out between Bomber and Ablett to their advantage. And yeah, they threw in a couple of $1 million at Ablett, and he went, and that, like I said, it was just a complete disaster, absolute disaster. Didn't work out. I think after 2 years, he was done. Like, he didn't want to be there, Gary Ablett, after 2 years, because he knew the club wasn't going to do anything. He was just wasting his prime there. So and then he came back to Geelong, and that he was already cooked. He was done. So his prime years were probably fucking. He had one good year, but his last year, he was absolute passenger. That's when we played Richmond in that grand final. It was an absolute passenger, not because of his talent, but because of his arm injury. He injured his arm, his shoulder. And he had multiple times in a game where he was putting it back in, taped it up, put it back in. It was just becoming farcical. So, but his prime years, like everyone says, he's Geelong's, one of Geelong's greatest ever players. He may be right, but his prime years are wasted at Gold Coast. Because he only played really, his peak prime, it was only really 2 or 3 years at Geelong. The rest were wasted at Gold Coast, which pisses me off. Because his prime years should have been fucking in Geelong. But we never got that. He won a Brownlow at Gold Coast. So we never got his absolute prime for that long because it was wasted at Gold Coast. And it became farcical. He didn't even want to be there after 2 years. Like I remember where he faked an injury or something. He had like a calf problem, and the media chased after him, and he supposedly done his calf, and he was running around in car parks, avoiding it and that. It just became farcical. In the end, we got him back, but it was too late. His prime was way done. Yeah, sad thing.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that one, Void. I haven't heard that one. That's new to me. I heard it was getting the lure of Gaz getting to play with Carmichael. You fucker. No, I don't think it was.
Yeah, how could he turn that down?
Oh shit.
And also to play in rival games against Izzy Folau, I heard that was a good. That was a good pitch.
Yeah, no.
Did they ever play on each other, like Hunt and Folau?
No, I don't think they did.
No.
I don't think they didn't. No. Well, Izzy wasn't even there for at least didn't Hunt play at least 50 games?
Yeah, Hunt
I don't
definitely
think so.
stayed a lot more.
Yeah,
I know he
I
kicked the
think
winning.
Hunt
Izzy
played-
didn't play many.
Kicked the winning goal in one game, didn't he?
He
Yeah,
did,
he kicked
correct,
the winning
against
goal against
Richmond.
Richmond
Yeah.
about 3 years in a row.
Correct. So
Yeah.
he didn't have a bad career, Carmichael Hunt. He played his 50 games, got his glory at kicking a goal after the siren, winning a game. Falau was terrible. I don't think. How many games did he
Yeah.
play? Like 12?
Oh,
Not many.
Yeah.
Not many.
Falau mostly played with himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you're talking about a footy field voice.
Oh, Jesus. Because, Carmichael Hunt, when he played for the Broncos, he played at halfback. And, the Gold Coast Suns had this idea that, we're going to get him play at halfback. He's going to be the best halfback in the league. He did it for the Broncos. And I don't think he wasn't a
I thought
bad
he was
player.
a forward, wasn't he? Carmichael Hunt was a forward, but
I thought he was a halfbacker for the Broncos.
no, for the Giants.
No, I thought he was a
Gold Coast.
halfback. Yeah.
He played for Gold
Falau
Coast.
was a forward. Yeah, Falau was a forward. But I thought Carmichael Hunt played at halfback for a little bit. He might have played forward, but he had to be if he was kicking goals after the siren and winning games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I thought he played.
Yeah,
Because he kept doing it to Richmond. And that was one of the most funniest things.
Yeah.
Because just any Richmond supporter would just be like, "Yeah, fuck that." Instead of saying the actual words like "fuck that Hunt."
Like,
I feel like he may have ended up forward, Lucas, because a bit like they didn't know where to stick him, where he could cause the least amount of trouble, probably.
Yeah.
well, then he had that drugs problem, which ended his career. So,
Yeah.
but okay, let's go a different way here, guys.
Wait,
so
apparently Josh reckons that Hunt played midfield for the Suns at some point.
Halfback, and then into the midfield.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know he played. I knew he played halfback, but I didn't know he played midfield. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing I knew him for was the goals against Richmond because I just remember Richmond
too,
supporters being so
me
pissed
too.
off with it. It's like,
So-
why the fuck is it this
Yeah.
guy every fucking time?
What were you going to say, Lucas?
So we're all in agreement that if it was Butters for Josh Dacos, we would agree, even though it'd probably piss off Nick and he
Just
would
in
move on.
isolation, absolutely. If we're just doing player versus player,
Right.
absolutely.
So
But you
So
can't.
what-
The problem
so-
is you can't piss off Nick Dacos. If you piss him off,
Yeah.
then he's going to go to Wade Tassie. Then you don't want to piss
So-
him off by training off his brother.
here's my next question then. Tasmania say to Collingwood, all right, we want Dacos. What would you want for him? I'll put this to you. If Tasmania say, because apparently Tasmania are going to get 7 top 10 picks, but they have to trade them. So
Yeah.
let's say if
You'd be
Tassie's get
three first rounders. I
yeah.
think.
So let's say
I'd be asking for 5 because a lot of their,
So would
as you
I.
said, a lot of their picks have to be traded, and I would use
Yeah.
that against them, and I would just
Yeah,
go,
so-
okay. Technically, he should be coming through 3 first-round picks, but
Yeah.
we know that you have to trade some of them, so we want 5. So whether if
So
it's
if-
picks 1, 3, 4, 5, and then the other 2 are I don't know, 10
Well-
and 12.
well, if Tassie said, well, here's pick 3, 5, and 10 for Dacos, would you do it?
No, tell them to shove it up their
No.
arse.
Okay.
I
want
want,
their
like
first
Sean
3
says,
picks.
5 first rounders.
Okay.
If we go on 3 picks, I want their first 3 picks.
Okay. So you'd want 1, 2, and 3.
Well, I don't know what they're going to have. Is it 1, 3, and 5 or something like that? But
Yeah, 1,
whatever
3,
their
and yeah,
first
it'd be
three-
1, 3, and 5. Yeah, it's not going to be 1, 2, 3. It'd be 1. So if they said, here's 1, 3, and 5, we want Nick Dacos, would you do it?
No.
Gee whiz.
Well, if he
No,
wants
I'd
to
want-
go, if we're at this point where we're having this conversation, he's asked to go. So it might not be a choice about what we want.
Yeah.
It's about getting
Bloody
the best
hell.
deal.
Well, how
But
long
he'd be
will he
still
be,
what we
Sean?
want. If it is what
contracted
we
though,
want,
wouldn't he?
then if it is, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
If
he'd
he
be
go, if he
contracted.
goes,
2029.
yeah. So again, you would ask for what 1, 3, and 5, and then
Mm.
you'd want like a
Yeah.
couple, like I'm sure they'll have some like picks towards the end of the first round. So even if you get,
Yeah.
even if it's like 17 and 18, you get those as
Mm.
well.
I'd throw in
Um,
Ollie Henry too, just as a
Oh,
sweetener.
gee, come on. Come on.
We know Lucas wants him gone now. We know Lucas wants him gone now.
That'll
No,
kill
just leave Ollie.
Ollie won't know
No.
what to do. Fuck, there's
Jesus.
water between.
No,
There's
he's
water
Lucas's
between.
favourite player, Geelong. He's his favourite
Water
player,
between
Geelong.
them.
Oh, bloody
favourite
Poor
I'll,
guy.
throw,
Brown.
I'll throw in
Swimming
Houston
back
just
to
for shits
Geelong.
and giggles too.
Yeah,
hell.
yeah, they can take Houston too,
Oh.
Tasmania.
No, we leave Ollie where he is, please.
So that proves you love him. He's your favourite player.
I loved watching Ollie the other couple of years ago when he was just
Yeah.
kicking away in the twos.
Yeah.
So he's your favourite
Shit.
player, Geelong, Lucas, Ollie Henry.
No, he's all right, Henry. He's all right. He's all right.
So you've
Wait,
got
so
yourself-
are you only liking Henry Lucas because he was a former Collingwood player? Is that why?
Yes. Go on, Lucas, be honest.
I like Henry because he kicked 4 goals in a fucking prelim that we lost. That's why I like Henry.
Come on,
Against
he came
Brisbane,
from
yeah.
Collingwood. He came from
Oh,
Collingwood.
yeah.
You've got to, let's be honest. He came from Collingwood and he wanted to go coach.
I love how we're just making up this like fake lore of like why he's a Collingwood
Yeah.
supporter and like everything
Yeah.
everything he likes at Geelong has to be Collingwood related.
And let's
Hey,
be honest,
so
he only
when-
wanted to go to Geelong with his fucking brother. It's the only
Yeah,
reason
that's
he
it.
wanted to go there.
Well, he lives with his mum apparently, so there you go. How
So
old
you,
would
and-
be?
you and
How
him
old?
have got something in common, Lucas. You both got something in common.
Oh yeah, fucking hell. I wouldn't brag about that. How old would Nick be the time Tasmania come in, Sean?
What do they come in 28? I think he's 20.
Yeah. And he's out of contract
I
29.
think he's 23 now. So,
Mm,
and he's got a January birth date. So,
yeah.
Like 26?
yeah. So he'll be 25. I think actually. I think he's 23 now. So he'll be probably 25.
Okay. Oh, gee, you're asking for a lot for a 25-year-old, aren't you?
But you think of how good he is. But
Yeah, but he's
okay, I get
contracted
that.
though.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
you're talking
but-
about but you're also talking about the best player in the comp. You're talking about.
that's right.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with this, but I know Curnow got more out of Sydney purely
Yeah.
because Carlton turned around and said, "Well, hey, he's one of our guys. Like we literally franchise. Like he's our franchise player that we advertise. Like he's literally a part of like the." Which is kind of smart by Carlton, like low key, like the fact that he
Yeah.
has his own like membership tier named after him. He's like, oh, like he's the guy that we put the face of like the kids memberships and stuff. So when all the kids do all the clinics, his face is all over it. So they used that to up his trade value, which I thought was fucking smart, to be honest. And you know, if that's what's happening with Curnow, Jesus Christ, like what's Dacos going to get? Because you know, Dacos
Well,
is
that's what I was
literally the
going to
face of
ask.
Collingwood.
That's what I was going to ask Lucas, Shawnee. I was going to ask him this. If he was playing for Geelong, what would you want from him? If he was playing at Geelong?
Picks 1 to 5 would do. So pick 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well,
I wonder
really-
if you'd want to space it out though as well. Like, would you
no,
want?
Yeah.
realistically, if Nick was playing for Geelong, or let's not use Nick, but let's say let's reset the clock. Let's put Dangerfield's age back to 22.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, how old Nick will be 25. So let's say 25 for Danger, because that's how Nick would be when Tasmania come.
Yeah.
If Tasmania said, right, here's pick 1, 3, and 5,
Mm.
I probably would take that. I would take that.
Yeah, I'll
Now,
take that for
hindsight-
Dangerfield because he's an overrated
Yeah, for
stud.
Dangerfield, not for Nick Dacos.
No, you're not.
No,
Right,
no,
Nick
but-
Dacos, come
no,
on.
no,
no.
It's not for Nick Dacos. You got to be kidding.
That was bait. That was
Yeah.
bait.
No,
Yeah,
I
that was
agree,
right, but-
Lucas.
but-
Three,
but you-
three
no-
first
yeah.
rounders for one player. You're talking
Yeah.
potentially, 600 games for 300 games.
Yeah.
You know,
And
if
look, this
they
is
all, if-
hindsight. Yeah, go on, Peter.
No, I was just going to say, and you can't like as good as one player can be. Like I think Dangerfield was worth 2 first rounders, and there's not many odd ballers I think are worth 2 first rounders, and we've given up 2 first rounders in the past for players like Treloar, who I don't think he was worth 2 first rounders personally. I
No.
like Treloar, I think he's great, but he's worth 1 first rounder. That's it, one
Yeah.
for one, not 2. So, and I know you've got to give up a bit more to attract players and things like that, but you're also giving up 2 first round picks, potentially two players that can come along, and if you get them, I know you got to get them right, but I think teams are getting better at making the most of top 5, top 6 picks these days. So but when you start talking about 3 first rounders, that's a lot for one player, no matter how good they are.
But Collingwood, Paul, they're going to want a haul for They're going to want a haul for Nick Dacos if Tasmania want him.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think 3 first rounders for one player, no matter how good they are, is generally when we're not talking late first rounders, we're talking literally 1, 3, and 5.
Yeah.
I think is a fair swap.
Oh yeah. Right, and I know this is hindsight. But Dangerfield only won 1 flag. Like he's not a Selwood that won multiple. Ablett won multiple. No, he's so far. He's only won 1 flag.
Chris Judd.
Well, you got 3 first rounders for Cameron, didn't you?
Correct. Yeah, but we gave up Tim Kelly, so that it kind of evened itself out.
And I
So
also reckon
without-
there's a difference between a key forward and an on-baller too.
Correct. Yeah. See, I don't. This might be me, Paul, but I reckon a 70-goal key forward is more important than a 30 plus midfielder every week.
Yeah, and it's not just
In my
that.
opinion.
Like, like I used to say at times, like there's often a difference between people get confused between sometimes best player and most important player.
Correct. Yeah.
Like there was times when we could handle Buckley getting injured for a couple of weeks, but we couldn't. We had nothing. We were done if Rocker got injured, Anthony Rocker, because we didn't have a replacement for Anthony Rocker. When Anthony Rocker got injured, we were playing some guy in the 2s, that was no good, or a ruckman that's never played forward. But when Buckley got injured, then suddenly, would bring in, like back in the day, like Heath Scotland, who went to another club and became a pretty good player at Carlton. But we had let's say Rocker's, a 90% forward and Buckley's a 98% midfielder. We've got heaps of 85% midfielders that can, or 80% midfielders can come in, and we're only dropping 15%. But when Rocker got injured, we're bringing in a bloke that's not even a 50% forward. You know what I mean? And we're losing about 40% or 30. It's hard to try and work, but the gap between your key forwards often and then their replacements is huge, whereas your gap between your midfielders is a lot closer.
I say this, like there was on the other fucking YouTube channel. There's another Geelong content channel that I used to go on, but don't anymore. They were comparing Cameron with Dangerfield, and they were saying, "Oh no, Dangerfield's fucking way better, and fucking Dangerfield this." And I thought to myself, you know what? I reckon you could get 100 Dangerfields, but there's only 1 Cameron. Like as far as that type, like you could get 100 types of Dangerfield, midfield inside balls, but there's only 1 type of Cameron. You know what I mean? And that makes it like Dangerfield might be the better player, as you just mentioned, but Cameron's the most valuable to that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
he's
people
rare.
People don't
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah.
People don't appreciate the impact of one really good forward has on
Yes.
the other five
Yep.
forwards either. Like
Mm.
I've always said, one thing, the closest we've ever had, and it's not because he's so good, it was because he was so tall, was Cox. In recent times, where some teams had to double play Cox just to stop him from marking it, which suddenly brought other players into it. Whereas against Geelong, I always say if you go into against Geelong, probably not so much now, but a couple of years ago, if you went against Geelong with the mindset of we're just going to have our one player deal with Cameron and everyone else can deal with their, then Cameron's already rubbing his hands together saying I'm going to kick 6. Because it takes 2 players to stop Cameron.
Yep, correct. Yeah.
So,
and you've seen this year. Yeah.
Yeah, but then, Hawkins or even Neil and all them, they start to come into it because the guys playing on them are 20% worried about what Cameron's doing. They're not 100% focused on who they're playing on. So
correct. That's a good point Matt just said as well. Matt's in the chat.
What did he say? I missed it.
It's the same reason
yeah.
why Frampton's the second most important player after Dacos. We can't replace him. So because of that, his trade value would be increased if he was going to be pried out.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's you just have certain players that, they might not be on the 1 to 20 best. They might not be right up there, but when it comes to importance and irreplaceable to the structure or the team, they're, as they say, he might not be the best, but he's the first picked every week, and there's a few of those players. Steen, even like Oscar Steen going down, we would have beaten Sydney that day if he hadn't got injured.
Yeah.
Like he's suddenly become one of our more important players right now, and the quicker we can get him back next year, and hopefully back to what he was. But there's an example of, is he better than DC? Well, now with the new rules, but probably not. But is he more important than DC now? By far, he is.
Yep.
It's funny. It's funny. We said, we don't want to trade. Fucking hell. You guys don't want to trade Josh Dacos because it might upset Nick. What if you trade Nick Dacos and it upsets Josh? We could talk about that. Josh would be like, "Why'd you get rid of my brother for though?" No, see, I'm out. Sorry.
Well, the only way I can see us trading Nick is if he goes to the club and says, "I want out."
Yeah, he wants to go to Tassie.
Do you see that though? Do you think you see that happening or nah?
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
I think he wants to be captain, so no, I don't think he does want to leave.
And not just that, like the captaincy. I know he, grew up playing Barrack for Carlton and all that, but the captaincy and the fact that, they can. The Dacos name is synonymous with Collingwood. Do they want to break that whole legacy that they've got there? It's more than just simply playing for another club. It's not like he's going to be struggling for dollars at Collingwood, and then he's in Victoria. He's got the biggest name. He's whatever he wants to do outside of football after and during is all set up based on the fact that he plays for Collingwood. So.
Do you think he'll win the Brownlow this year?
Look, at the end of the day, each team's only going to lose. I can't see teams losing multiple players. I'm pretty much. There was a thing on. I'm trying to think who it was, but they were talking about at the moment, if you had to rank who has Tassie got, number 1 is Bo McCreary. Yeah. So,
well,
the way they're
leaving you a good bag of chips, aren't you?
It's basically a
Yeah,
done
but the
deal.
thing-
So
But the thing is, Lucas, he's not playing that great. So if they want him for the money they want him for, they can have him. He's not worth
well,
it.
we're going to get a first round draft pick for the
Yeah.
amount of money that they're offering him and what they've got to give up. They've got these picks to give up. If they're going to go after him and they're going to offer as a first round draft pick, well then
That's all right.
it's a win. It's a
Yeah,
win-win. He gets
And when
Bo
he's
gets
not worth
paid
it.
and we get the picks we need.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because also,
Warble said,
yeah,
oh, just reading out what the Warble said.
yeah.
DC not really AFL standard. Cole or Smiths might be better now.
Mm.
Yeah. Well,
Because
that's
of
what
the
I
new
was going to say.
record.
Would you, Sean or Peter, trade DC to West Coast and try to get that Williams?
Well, yeah, you
If-
kind of have to, right?
If he wants
Like,
to go, it's not that simple. If he wants to go, and if West Coast want him, like they're not blind. Like everyone can see how DC is struggling. So, like, West Coast have a ruckman who's benefiting from the new rules, and we have one who's not. Like they're not just going to come to us and go, let's swap. So
yeah. Well, with
That's a good
Williams,
point,
he's a
that.
free agent, though.
yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
yeah, like, I don't know. I think Boyd says like DC might work in their program and stuff. I don't know. I'd be surprised if a club came chasing DC now, like they did a couple of years ago.
Mm. No, it would have been because he was a free agent last year, Cameron. So it would have been such a it would have been such a genius move to let him go to West Coast last year. But yeah, it's too late now because you
Yeah.
probably would have got some good money out of DC as well. Probably would have got, even if you got a second round pick out of him. Like he came to us for like a fourth round pick swap anyway.
Mm.
So
Would West Coast even be still into DC?
That's why
No.
I don't know. I don't reckon they would, but
Nah.
he is from over there. But I
Yeah.
think, yeah, the only thing I will say about DC, like he has struggled this year, but he's always been a battler who's had to work through problems to get to. So, like, if we can't get rid of, like, when I say get rid of him, but if we do, I wouldn't cut him at the end of the year. I'd give him the opportunity to go over the summer and go away and work on it, learn from whatever Gawn's doing. And he's definitely trying to jump higher the last couple of weeks. Against North, he was actually trying to jump into what's the name? Tristan Zeri or whatever his name is. So
Cherry, yeah.
Cherry, sorry. But he was definitely trying to jump like into the ruck. So, it might just have to, like, I don't know if he might have to lose a little bit of weight and work more on his legs and his jump and all that. There's only so much he'll be able to do, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it beyond him to improve because he always has. He came to us for nothing because no one rated him and became almost the best in the comp. So I wouldn't put it beyond him to work his way back up the tree a bit.
But it's also
I
pretty
reckon-
concerning the fact that we've got Coe and Smith as like the options. Like, so if DC
Yeah.
was taken out, like that's what we've got. Like I mean, you'd probably just purely out of the fact that we need someone athletic, you'd probably want to go Smith, but Smith's the worst of the two options. Like, I just don't know if Coe's because Coe doesn't have a leap. He could potentially maybe be a better version of like DC in terms of a jump. But I mean, again, you're talking about a guy that hasn't played an AFL game before, and how really ready can they be? Because
That's
if we're
why I keep
expecting
saying Smith.
a Steen like
That's why I
before,
keep saying Smith.
Yeah, Matt said that. Don't forget, Cox was the number one ruckman in 2023,
Yeah.
and Cameron couldn't cut it then.
yeah,
But then he won our best and fairest last year.
yeah,
How did that happen?
because he had a great year.
Okay, yeah, well, obviously. Hmm.
Well, I mean, he
Well,
got
he
it
could
by
not
because
Yeah.
he had the stat of like he was the best intercepting ruckman in terms of taking intercept marks in defense. So he was the best ruckman in that stat.
Feelings.
Yeah.
Well, he couldn't have had a good year if they've changed the rules so now Nick Dacos can win it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just hear all this shit, and all it makes me want to do is just campaign to kick Fly out because it all comes down
Oh,
to
yeah.
Fly at the end.
Yeah, Fly was so pissed off DC won the Copeland, so he was trying to get. He was so pissed off that Nick didn't win.
I reckon Geelong should trade for Pendlebury. At least he'll get to play in Geelong. He won't do that playing for Collingwood.
You want everyone to
He'll
go
probably
to Geelong. You want even
Yeah.
us to go to Geelong.
He'll probably fit within your age bracket too.
Well,
Yeah.
You
know,
can get like a headband.
he only
Yeah.
plays every second or third week, so he might only be able to play the couple of games that he played at the G and Marvel.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's a good point.
Imagine that.
Oh,
So he still becomes the MCG specialist. He just, he's just out thinking the competition.
Yeah.
Well,
He's only
Lucas,
playing
since you want
against
to
Hawthorn,
place, do you want
Carlton.
Darcy Moore or do you want Houston?
Yeah. All I want is for you guys to come play at Geelong. That's all I want.
We told you. If you're not going to
Lucas,
make it a $90,000 stadium, we ain't coming.
Lucas,
Oh,
you keep complaining about us not going to Geelong. You won't even go to Geelong.
No.
That's right.
But
You
also the
haven't
club won't,
you-
won't
call
go.
yourself
won't
the
go there,
Geelong
Lucas.
zone.
You won't go there ever.
You call yourself the Geelong zone. You won't
Yeah.
even fucking go to Geelong.
Oh,
When was the
fuck,
last
too
time
far
you were
away.
in
Lucas,
the
have you ever
zone?
been? Lucas, have you ever been to Geelong?
In the zone.
Mate, they're too far away. Mate, it's
So,
not down the
Lucas,
road like
have you
Ollie
ever
Henry.
been-
Trust
have
me,
you
for
ever
me.
been to Geelong? Lucas,
Geelong
have
zone,
you
South
ever been to
Australia.
Yeah, never. Like I said, it's not like Ollie Henry where it's just down the road. You know, it is a fucking. It's a 2-hour trip. Jeez,
Then how do you call
by
yourself
plane
a
anyway.
Geelong sport if you've never been to Geelong?
Well, that's what I let my co-host do. He does all that stuff. I'll leave that to him.
Oh, so you don't want to help you don't want to help your co-host. You just want to live in Adelaide, live it up.
Mm.
Let him do the dirty work. Let him do all the dirty work while you live it up in Adelaide.
Yeah. Well, if Collingwood could get a Saturday afternoon game, so I can fly in, fly out, that would be nice.
Hey, it's not our fault. Blame the AFL. They're the one that does the
We're
fixture.
always playing Thursday or fucking Friday. It's no good for me.
I was going to
You can
say, we're
make- you can
Thursday
do the
this week,
flight a couple
this year,
days
aren't we?
before. You can do
Yeah,
the flight
yeah.
a couple of days before.
Yeah.
Our first game was a Saturday night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We have not had one Saturday afternoon game.
No, it was a
Do
Saturday.
you
No,
hate
I
that
think it was
song that Matt hates?
it was a Saturday
Lucas?
night.
Yeah.
Do you hate that song
No.
Matt hates, that Pink Pony?
What song's that, mate?
Do you hate that song that Matt hates, the Pink Pony one?
Oh, the Pink Pony Club. Yeah, jeez.
Yes. Worst song in the AFL.
What's your thoughts of goal songs, Peter?
Oh, we had this. Yeah, it doesn't really faze me. I know people are getting sick of some of Brisbane ones, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother
it
me.
doesn't faze me too much.
No, I hate the Charlie Cameron one. I hate that one so much.
Oh, what's
What the
Oh, Country Road.
Country Road.
Yeah.
Country Road's such a great song.
It's,
Yeah, but the thing is,
it's
I
such
don't
a great
they
song, but
play
it's
it
being
after
killed
every
by
goal.
Charlie Cameron.
Every goal they kick it. Like he just kicked one, then they they put it on again.
Well, it's a good song. Like, if it's a good song,
Yeah,
it's a good song.
I feel the same way about Port song, In Excess, Never Tell Us to Pale. That's a
Yeah.
good, like, outside of Port, it's a good song, but fucking hell, Port have, like, they've ruined that song for me.
Yeah.
Didn't Collingwood used to play Metallica for a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was towards the end of Buckley's era.
So, and you panned it. Why'd you pan it?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Didn't really.
It was under Buckley, but it was when Buckley was coaching, so
It didn't
maybe
really.
it was a Buckley thing.
I don't think it
fair
really
enough.
took off. I think you'll find there's an American school football team that does, I think it's Enter Sandman, and the crowd gets right into it. And as they come out into the field, you can search it on YouTube. It's actually not bad. The whole crowd is just pumping as the players come out. And I think Collingwood tried to emulate it, but it never really took off.
Oh, okay.
Plus they don't come out on that song. Like, it just gets played, and then when the players come out, you go back to your club song anyway. So you're never going to really get it.
No.
Did you read what Matt
You gotta
wrote
do
to you, Lucas? About 9 hours on a plane.
Yeah, yeah. Shit. No, I'm not spending that many time on a plane, mate. Trust me. Well, Paul, you've been on a plane that long, haven't you? You went to, like you said, you went to America.
Yeah.
How was that trip for you?
Nah, it's all right. You just do what you got to do, I suppose. Watch a few movies, try and sleep.
Shit. Oh, fucking hell. What? Is it 24 hours, isn't it? Isn't it the flight?
No. Trying to think what it was now.
It's like 14. isn't it?
Yeah, it was over 12, but not much.
What, to New York?
No, we flew to LA.
Gee, See, Japan's about 8, isn't it? 8, 9?
I haven't been to Japan.
Okay.
Been to Vietnam and Papua New Guinea and a few others, but
What's Vietnam? Is that Southeast Asia, isn't it?
yeah, sort of, yeah.
So what?
That was,
what's
I'm trying to think now, that was 8 or 9, something like that. And then we had
8 or 9,
multiple
yeah.
flights in Vietnam because to speed up because we did top to bottom, so we did about 3 or 4 flights in Vietnam, but they were only like an hour or so each.
Yeah.
Rather than sitting on a bus for 12 hours.
No, I don't want that. Fuck that. Gee.
But from Adelaide to here, is not a long flight.
No,
Tell
it's
that to
an hour and a half.
Lucas. Tell that to Lucas.
That's too far for me. Fucking. Oh.
Mate, you sit down, you put on a movie. By the time the movie ends, you'll be here.
Oh, shit.
Lucas won't do it. He won't do it, Paul. He won't do it.
Start a stream. And just rant the whole time.
Yeah, Lucas, start a stream on the plane. Film
It's actually
everyone
not a
on
bad
the plane.
idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Now Lucas, you'll do it. You'll do it now. Film everyone on the plane saying, "I'm about to come to Melbourne. Do you just want to be on the TV?"
Yeah, might do one with you, Paul. That might, gee. That'd be something.
Lucas,
No,
have
I
you ever
did-
been
I
to
did-
Melbourne?
No, I've been to Melbourne, but I didn't fly.
Did
I
you
didn't
have you ever
fly and
watched
I
footy
didn't-
here?
No,
Have you
I
watched
didn't know. It was
footy
a
in
school.
Melbourne?
No. I went to Melbourne as a school excursion. So here's a clue here. We didn't fly and we didn't drive.
We've heard. I know the story,
Guys-
so I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of, I had the impression it was only 2 hours, and it turned into fucking 10 hours, and I was cooked. I had no interest of. So yeah, I told the story before, but the excursion was just about exploring Melbourne. So like going to the zoo, the aquatic centre, AFL World. Do they still have AFL World in Melbourne?
Don't know. Didn't know we had it the first time.
Fair enough. That question. All right. So yeah, we went. So the Melbourne Zoo. So that was the plan. But I was like in a fucking car, in a train. I was done. I was mentally done. I didn't want to do a thing. I just wanted to stay in the fucking hotel and sleep. I didn't want to do anything. I was fucking that mentally drained for staying in a seat for 10 hours, looking out a fucking window. And like the only time I got excited is when we stopped in Geelong. That's the only time when I got excited.
Lucas.
Well, my girlfriend at the time went with me, and I don't think she could even please me that day. Bloody, I was mentally gone. No, I couldn't. I was fried, so that just pissed me off. And then didn't want to do anything, so just wanted to stay in the hotel and sleep and fucked off. But that didn't work out because we actually took the same train back to fucking Adelaide.
Yeah.
So 20 hours on a fucking train, there and back.
To stay in a hotel.
That's all I wanted to do, mate. I wanted to. All the kids were fucking going to aquariums and that, and fucking zoos, and I was in a hotel in bed faking an injury. I didn't want to do anything.
So you basically did like a Jack Higgins.
What was the injury?
What was the? Oh, I think I just said something like tonsillitis or something. Something. So I think it was like. So you had the kids. So you had all the kids going to these places, the aquarium, the zoo, AFL World, and there was me in a fucking hotel room for 3 days. I just didn't do anything. I didn't want to do anything. I was fucking over it.
Yeah.
And I was like saying, oh yeah, no, legit. I said tonsillitis. I was like, yeah, my throat is like really hurting and really can't do much. It's like fucking. They said, no, I was in trouble when they said, oh, we might get you to a doctor, and I thought, oh fucking hell, there we go. That's now done. But because it was only a 3-day trip, they didn't bother. I got back home. No, the only one knew that knew I was lying was my girlfriend. She knew I was lying, but she didn't say anything. God bless her. But yeah, she knew I was fucking faking that. So yeah, oh well. But that's my experience for Melbourne. So yeah, I went to Melbourne, all right, but I didn't stay out of the fucking hotel for 3 days. Couldn't tell you one street to another. Just the Melbourne, the Melbourne railway station, and that's about it. That's all I know.
Did you see Marvel at least?
No, I didn't. No, we were planning to it was a 3-day excursion. Like it goes through all these landmarks: MCG, Marvel, the aquarium. All these landmarks. I think one of them also was when Melbourne Storm had the Olympic Park.
Oh yeah.
And Luna Park and all that. And yeah, I was just no. And TV shows like Neighbours. But I thought Neighbours was done in Sydney.
No, none watching.
Yeah, so a couple of kids went there to like the set. And yeah, I was just in bed watching movies at fucking hotel. I did nothing, mate. Nothing. That's probably why I don't want to go to Melbourne ever again. I was less motivated.
How are we, guys?
Very
Doing
well,
pretty
mate.
good.
Well, they're doing pretty good after hearing my stories. Anything you want to add, Matt? So,
Well, I just about 5 minutes before this stream started, I was about to go on stage, and I'd already sorted out with Sean. Yeah, no worries. Just I'll push the button or whatever. We got the stream started. I've walked on stage, and my phone just starts talking, and I couldn't shut the fucking thing off. It's like StreamYard just takes over your fucking phone. I couldn't mute it or whatever. Luckily, it was like a birthday party situation. So whatever I did, they're just like, oh, he's making this shit up on the spot. Whatever I did was getting laughs or whatever. So eventually I turned my phone off, and it was all right. It was all right. It was like, so it was all good. It was all good.
Yep.
So, yeah, so Shorty's, thanks, mate. Thanks for holding the reins. If you want to tip off and salute into the sunset, go for it. Do you boys want to keep going?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to tip out to 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm gonna
do
sip
it.
it. I'm
Let's
gonna sip it.
call
I'm
it.
tired.
Let's call it. So,
Yeah.
enough of my stories to Melbourne, please.
No, we need more Melbourne stories from Lucas.
No.
Yeah, I just can't go on much further because, especially with
Oh,
my
Nah, that's
effort on
good.
the treadmill,
No,
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna
you've
pass-
been
I'm
burning
gonna pass.
calories to the midnight
Yeah,
hour.
yeah,
3 days in bed
Awesome
in a
stuff.
hotel, mate, after a 10-hour fucking train ride. What adventure? There was no adventure. Fucking hell.
yeah.
No
Well,
wonder
the
I don't
thing
want
is-
to go anywhere.
If you caught the train, there's one thing catching the train because you could run backwards and it'd be like this massive treadmill. But if it was a plane, imagine how many kilometers you're doing running the wrong way in a plane. Mate, you'd be just like be like a time machine,
What? Fucking hell.
like Superman.
what-
Superman.
No.
Lois Lane dies, and you just reverse time.
Well, that'd be nice. I can change things in my life.
Right.
What's the flight time from Melbourne to Thailand there, Matt?
9 hours, mate.
Bloody hell! See what the fuck? So tell me this, Paul or Matt. What the fuck can you do in a plane for 9 hours? What can you do?
Watch 3 movies or read a book.
Oh, jeez.
You should do that, Luke.
It's actually pretty cruisy.
Oh no.
And usually, if you've been to, sometimes you've gone over, depending on the last few nights, you just sleep too.
Yeah. You get
Yeah,
a lot
okay,
of sleeping on the plane.
Wow.
Anyway, boys, let's pull a pin there. I am going to go back to the start of this and listen to you guys doing your best, and I'm sure that'll put me off to sleep. Speaking of that,
Oh.
I won't need
But,
any help getting to sleep. That's for sure.
I don't imagine so.
Hey, we spoke about my trip to Melbourne for at least fucking 3 of those hours, mate. I don't know how.
That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect cure for insomnia.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
let's hope Collingwood wins tomorrow, and that'll make it all
let's double down on that. Go Pies.
Yeah.
Go
All right.
Pies.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Pies.
tuning in,
Go
everyone.
Pies.
Good night, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
No.
See you later.
Yes.
Bye bye.